Hello all, my name is Krish Naik and welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, in my last community post, I had actually mentioned that every week I will be uploading one project, and this specific project will be an end-to-end implementation project along with deployment using GitHub Actions, MLops tools and many more things, right? And in the last weekend I had actually uploaded an NLP project. In this video we are going to see an end-to-end deep learning project, and the project name is chicken disease classification. Again, it is an amazing project altogether because here we are going to focus on creating pipelines. It may be related to training pipeline, prediction pipelines, and in my previous video many people had also requested for some of the MLops tool to make sure to track the training pipeline and all. So in this video we are going to also use DVC MLops tools. We are going to also use GitHub Actions, and in my previous project also many people had also requested, Krish, show both AWS and Azure deployment with the help of GitHub Action. So yes, we are also going to cover that specific part, right? Only one thing I require from your side, guys. This will be a long project altogether, right? 3 hours project. So I'm giving you the entire week time. At least try to devote at least 30 to 40 minutes in implementing this specific project, right? End to end, the entire implementation will be, I will be showing you, we will definitely be showing you line by line implementation completely. And again, this particular project will be explained by Bappy, who is again one of the employee and a good friend in iNeuron. He'll be explaining it completely in depth along with the deployment techniques. Now, one of the most common question that was asked in the previous videos, like when we are uploading this kind of end-to-end project, what are the prerequisites? See guys, when I say end-to-end deep learning project, that basically means at least you should be knowing Python programming language, you should know how to write a modular coding, you should know about logging, exception handling, because all these things will be implemented in this specific project, right? Obviously some amount of knowledge with respect to deep learning, with respect to some of the libraries like TensorFlow or PyTorch, right? So that is how we are basically going to implement this, and we will try to show this entirely step by step, right? So only one thing that I require from your side is complete dedication, because this kind of end-to-end projects will definitely help you crack any kind of jobs in the analytics industry, and I promise you with respect to that, right? So now let's go ahead, enjoy the project, and yes, please make sure that you implement it as you're watching the specific video. So yes, let's go ahead and see the project itself.
Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we're gonna implement one amazing project called chicken disease classification. So guys, this is going to be completely end-to-end project. So here I'm going to teach you each and every components of an end-to-end project. And if you are able to complete these projects, and if you can learn like how to implement these kinds of end-to-end projects, so definitely it is going to help you to crack any kinds of interview you will be attending in future. So guys, here I will discuss each and every components of an end-to-end projects, and I will show you all the implementation on live. Okay, I will write each and every code on live, okay, so that you can also go ahead with me. I will start from the GitHub repository setup, and at the last I will also show you like how we can deploy these kinds of projects to the AWS cloud or Azure cloud, Microsoft Azure cloud, okay. And I will not only show you the simple deployment, here I will show you the CI/CD deployment, that means continuous integration and continuous delivery or deployment, okay. I'm going to show you. So guys, as you can see on my screen, this is the agenda of this video. Okay, so here first of all I will start with the introduction of the project, like what is chicken disease classification, like what kinds of problem actually we're gonna solve. Because before implementing the actual projects, first of all we need to understand the problem statement, okay, we're gonna solve, okay, so that actually we can design our pipeline such a way. And here I'm going to use GitHub guys, so that I can organize my code, okay. I can manage my code in such a way so that in future if I lose my system also, if my system got crash also, okay, I won't be losing my codes, okay. So that every code I can keep in my GitHub repository, okay, and I can get the code from there, okay. Not only like crashing your system, okay. Let's say if you are working with a bigger team, okay, let's say you are working with like 10 people, okay. At that time this code management is like very much needed, okay. So what you will do, actually you will push your code in your GitHub repository, and other developer will pull that changes, okay, and they will again make some changes and push it to your GitHub repository, okay. That's how you'll be collaborating together. So this will also help you to do the collaboration, okay, with your teammates. Then I will also show you the project template creation. So So guys, one thing I just wanted to tell you, here I have designed one generic template, okay, of this project. So you can use this kinds of template in your every project you will be creating, okay, in your future. I have designed this project such a way so that if you can learn just one template, okay, if you can learn just one implementation, okay, you would be able to do other implementation as well, okay, by referring the same template. So that's why I kept this topic as separate. Here, first of all, I will show you the project template creation before starting all the components creation, okay, before writing all our like actual code. I will show you like how we can create this kinds of project structure, okay, project folder structure. So this is very much important. Then after that, we'll be doing the project setup, okay, and the requirement installation, because here I'm going to use lots of packages and all, okay, lots of library will be using. So that's why I need the project setup and requirement installation. Then after that, I will also show you like how we can write your logging module, utils module, and exception module, okay, because these three modules are like very much important whenever you were creating any end-to-end project, okay. So it will basically help you to debug your code, okay, and it will basically help you to understand your code, okay, in the production as well. So that's why this logging, utils, and exception is like very much important, what I feel like, okay. And here I will show you the project overflow as well, like which file you need to change first, okay, because there I'm going to create a lots of file, okay. Now one question would be in your mind, like which file I need to change first, okay, to make the changes in my code. So this kinds of project overflow you need to understand first of all, like what would be the project overflow, okay, which file I need to follow first, okay, then after that which file I need to make the changes, okay. This kinds of thing you need to understand. Then I will do the experiment of all of our components, let's say data ingestion, data validation, okay, and then model trainer, okay, then model evaluation. These are the things before implementing the actual code, okay. We'll be doing the notebook experiment, okay, using Jupyter notebook. Then once everything is working fine, then I will try to convert this thing as our modular coding, okay. So topic number 7, as you can see, I have already mentioned. So what I will do after doing the notebook experiment, okay, I will try to convert this code, okay, as our modular coding implementation, okay. Then I will also show you the training pipeline. So basically here we'll be implementing the pipeline, okay. So basically after one pipeline, another pipeline will start, okay. We won't be writing any random code. So basically we'll be following the pipeline, okay. Basically whenever we try to create any kinds of end-to-end projects, we try to follow these kinds of pipeline technique, okay. And here I have also added some MLops tool. As you can see, I will be using DVC, okay. That means a data version control tool, okay. So using DVC you can do lots of things, but I will be using DVC for a specific purpose, okay. I will be tracking the pipeline, okay, tracking the pipeline, and I will be also implementing the pipeline using DVC, okay. I will show you like whenever I will write the DVC code, okay, I will show you like what is the use of DVC, okay, in this project I will be using, okay. Then after that I will be creating my prediction pipeline, okay, before because after creating the training pipeline, okay, you also need the prediction pipeline, okay. Then I will also create the user app so that user can put one image, okay, and they can do the classification, okay, on top of the image. Then I have also added Docker, okay. So we'll be like making the Docker image of our all source code, okay. Then after that, actually I will start my CI/CD deployment, okay, on the AWS cloud and Azure cloud. As you can see, I have integrated both clouds so that you can learn the both cloud deployment, okay, because many of you have requested for this deployment, okay, sir, show me this kinds of deployment as well, like how we can deploy our project as CI/CD on Azure as well. So yes guys, this is the entire agenda of our video. I hope you will be enjoying this project a lot. So I'll just request you, okay, try to stick with the video, try to complete till the end, okay, try to learn each and every components, okay, whatever I'll be teaching you, and definitely it is going to help you to crack any kinds of interview you will be attempting in future, okay. So guys, now you can ask me what would be the prerequisite for this video, okay, for this project. So guys, here I'm expecting you are familiar with Python programming, and I'm expecting you are familiar with object oriented programming concept, okay, in Python, because here I'm going to write all the modular coding, okay, because here I'm going to follow the modular coding passion, okay. Here I will be writing each and everything as a modular coding. I will be using Python class, okay, instead of just functional programming. So that's why this object oriented like concept is very much needed. I'm expecting you know this object oriented programming, okay, because everything I will be writing as a class, okay. Then I'm expecting you are familiar with deep learning concept, at least object classification basics, okay, like how to do image classification and all. And at least I'm expecting you are familiar with TensorFlow API, at least 2.x version API, okay. So basically we'll be using Keras API, okay, from the TensorFlow itself. Then I'm expecting you have the AWS account and Azure account set up, okay, because at the last I will be also showing you the deployment on this two cloud, okay, as I already mentioned. And at the last, which is very much important, what I feel like, your dedication. Okay, if you are not putting your dedication, let's say after learning these projects you are not practicing, okay, you are not developing other project, then definitely it is not going to help you. Okay, so try to stick with the video, try to learn each and every components. Okay, after that try to build your own project. Okay, so guys, before starting the projects, let me show you the problem statement actually we're gonna solve, because I named this project as chicken disease classification. So you already know, like, chicken has a lots of disease, okay, but we are not going to consider all the disease. Okay, so what I did actually, I collected some of the, like, you can say, coccidiosis disease. Okay, coccidiosis disease image, as you can see, this is the coccidiosis disease, okay, of the chicken, as you can see. And this is like very critical disease. If a chicken got this kinds of disease, okay, so like they might also die, as you can see from the image itself. Okay, and what I did actually, I collected like chicken fecal, okay, chicken fecal image. So this is the chicken fecal, as you can see. Okay, and if any chicken like affected with this coccidiosis disease, okay, so the fecal will look like that. Okay, so this is the fecal, as you can see. So I collected lots of these kinds of fecal image, and I also collected like healthy fecal image. Okay, so both I have. Okay, so what I will do, I will train one let's say image classification model. Okay, I'll be using transfer learning here. Okay, I'm going to use like already pre-trained model, okay, from the Keras application. And on top of it, I will try to train my custom data, okay, this fecal data, and it will try to classify whether this chicken has been affected with this coccidiosis disease or not. Okay, if it is affected with coccidiosis disease, so it will return as coccidiosis disease, okay, as output. And if this fecal is like healthy, okay, so it will return this chicken is healthy. Okay, so this kinds of application I have already developed. Okay, so guys, let me show you the demo of the application, like how it will look like. Then I will start our GitHub repository setup. So guys, this is the user app I have created. Okay, so as you can see, this is a simple user app. So here basically what you need to do, you just need to upload one fecal image. So this is the coccidiosis affected fecal. Okay, now if I put it and do the prediction, so it is giving coccidiosis. Okay, so that means it is able to perfectly classify whether this fecal is okay, whether this chicken is affected with this coccidiosis disease or not. Okay, and if you put any healthy image, okay, here I have also healthy image. Okay, healthy fecal. Okay, so this is the healthy fecal image. Okay, if you just upload it, so it will return as healthy. Okay, so this is the user app we have like designed. Okay, and we'll be implementing the entire project, okay, throughout this entire video. So guys, let me show you the dataset once, like how it will look like. So guys, here if you can see, this is the coccidiosis affected fecal image. Okay, as you can see, if I just increase the size, or let's say if I open it up, okay, so this is the fecal, okay, of the coccidiosis affected chicken. Okay, so the color is a little bit yellow, okay, as you can see. And this is the healthy image. Okay, this is the healthy fecal, like your normal fecal, okay, of the chicken. Okay, so these kinds of image actually I collected, and I will try to like train the model. Okay, so here if you see, I have very less image, around 200, okay, 200 images per folder. But I will suggest, whenever you are trying to train your actual model, and if you want to like get good accuracy, just try to increase the image size. Okay, so here I kept less image because I just wanted to show you the end-to-end implementation. Okay, here my intention is not to create a actual model, okay, a good model. Instead of what I will show you, I will show you the entire pipeline, how we can design, okay, how we can implement this kinds of end-to-end project. Okay, so once you are able to learn this, just try to collect your own data. Okay, like as much data as you can, just try to collect, and on top of it, just try to train your model. Okay, I hope you got my idea. Okay, so guys, now what I will do, I'll quickly create one GitHub repository, okay, of our project, okay, called chicken disease classification, okay, project, and I will start the project implementation after that. Okay, I will go to my GitHub. So here I'm expecting you have the GitHub account. If you don't have, just try to create one GitHub account. Okay, so I'll click on repository. Okay, and here I will create one new repository. I will click on new repository. Okay, I will give the repository name as chicken disease classification project. Okay, you can give any name, whatever name you want. Okay, then I'll like make this repository as public, because I don't want to make it as private. If you want, you can also make it as private. Okay, then after that I will add this readme file. Okay, I will also add this dot git ignore. So here I'm using Python programming, so I'll use Python. Okay. Then license wise, I will take MIT license. Okay. You can take any license. There is no issue with that. Okay. Then after that, I will just simply click on create repositories. So guys, as you can see, it has created my repositories. Now I just need to clone these repositories. Okay. I will click on the code and I will copy this link address. Okay. Make sure you have selected HTTPS. Okay. Then I will select it. Then see, if you are getting this option, then just try to click on local. Okay. Then you will get it. Okay. Then after that, what I will do, I will open my folder and then clone this one. Okay. So here I will open my terminal. So you can open up your git bash or anything, okay, you are using. So I'm using terminal, and here I have integrated git bash. As okay, as you can see here, git bash is there. Okay. Now I will just write git clone. Okay, I will paste this link. Just right click and paste it, and let me clone it. See guys, it has cloned. Okay, this is the folder. So I'll go inside. Then here I will open my terminal. Okay, then I will redirect to this folder. So I'll just write cd, and the folder name is chicken. Okay, chicken disease classification project. Okay, so this is the folder. cd means you are changing the directory inside that. Okay, then I will clear it. Yeah, so inside that I will open my VS code. So I will just write code space dot. Okay, code space dot. Otherwise, what you can do, you can also, if you have also installed your VS code, just right click and show more, and you will see this option, open VS code here. Okay, so here I'm using VS code, guys. If you are using any other code editor, it's completely fine. Okay, but in this project I'll be using VS code. Okay, instead of other code editor. You can use anything like PyCharm. Okay, then you have other code editor as well. Okay, so I will just write code space dot. It will open the VS code here. Okay, so I'm getting the welcome screen. It's fine. Okay, now I'll close it. So guys, the first thing what I need to do, I need to create the project template. Okay, that means the project structure, as I already told you. Okay, so for this, actually what I will do, I will create one file here. Okay, just click here to create the file. Okay, I will name this file as template.py. Okay, template .py. Okay, so this is going to be one Python file, and inside that I will be writing all the logic. Okay, so basically see, instead of creating this folder structure manually, okay, if you are writing this kinds of like template file, so it's just a one-time effort. Okay, and next time you don't need to write this file. Okay, like from very scratch. So you just need to execute it, and it will automatically create those folder structure automatically. Okay, so let's say if I tell you right now, just create a folder for me here. So what you will do, you'll create click here, create a folder. Then again I will tell you, just create inside another folder. Okay, you will go inside that again, you will create another folder. So it will like take a lots of time from you. Okay, so instead of that, actually I will write this template.py file, and I will create this folders and file, okay, in a Pythonic way automatically. Okay, so for this, actually what I need first of all OS package. Okay, I'll use OS package. Then after that, I also need pathlib. Okay, so I'll just import from pathlib. Why I'm using pathlib and all, I will tell you. Just let me first of all import them. I need this import path. Okay, path class. And after that, I need logging. Okay, Python like existing logging package. Okay, I need. So first thing what I need to do, I need to write my logging string, because as I already told you, I will log each and everything. Okay, whatever I'm doing. So this logging is very much important. So let's say whenever this template.py will be running, it will also generate some logs. Okay, so for this, I'll prepare one logs here. So I'll just write logging dot basic info. Okay, it will be basic config. Okay, basic config. So I usually like one like log format. So let me just show you. So this is the log format I usually follow. Okay, so basically what you are telling, first of all, you are like initializing the logging, okay, level. That means you want to only log the information level log. Okay, I'll show you, like once it will generate the log, I'll show you. Okay, then you are specifying the format. Okay, basically what it will do, first of all, it will get the ASCII time. Okay, that means the current time, okay, you are executing your code. With that, the logging message, okay, you want to put. Okay, so once it will like generate the logs, okay, I will show you like, okay, what are the things it will generate. So as of now, just consider this is a logging string. Then after that, I need to define my project name. So I'll just write project. project underscore name. So I'll name this project as CNN classifier. Okay, because here I'm going to perform the classification task, and here I'm not going to name this project, okay, as chicken disease classification, because I want to keep it this project as a generic template, okay, so that you can use, okay, in your every project. You don't need to change, okay, the name anywhere. But let's say if you're creating any separate project, just try to name okay, name your with your project, okay, what are the project you are creating. Let's say here you are creating chicken disease, okay, instead of CNN classifier, just give chicken disease classification, okay. So it will create a folder inside that, okay. But I'll give CNN classifier, okay, just for simplicity. CNN classifier, okay. So here, first of all, I need to specify the list of file or folder I want to create, okay. So I'll just write list underscore of files. Okay, so this is going to be one list. So the first folder I want to create, which is nothing but .github. I'll tell you why you need this .github. We need it, okay, whenever I will be doing the deployment, okay. So here I will be writing all the CI/CD related like command, okay, in a one YAML file, like main.yaml file we'll be creating here, okay. So inside that I need another folder called workflows. So workflows, okay. Then inside that I won't be creating this YAML file as of now. So instead of that I will just create one like .git keep file, okay, .git keep file. Why I'm creating .git keep file? Because as you know, if you just commit any empty folder, so it will reflect in your GitHub. So you should have present something in the folder, okay. That's why I'm keeping this .git keep file. Let's say in future, whenever I'll be creating this main.yaml file, I will remove this .git keep file, okay, from that. And it's done. Then I also need one src folder, okay. I will create one src folder. So I'll specify one f string here, okay. And I'll just write src. Inside src I will create my project name, okay. That means this folder I will be creating inside that. So there should be one slash, yeah. Then after that it is going to be one local package, so that's why I need to specify this constructor file underscore init underscore .py, okay. If you're familiar with like this local package, okay, local package concept, so I think you are familiar with this constructor file, okay. Let's say if you are creating any folder here, okay, and inside that if you're specifying this constructor like underscore init underscore .py, then actually what I can do, I can let's say I have like created another file inside that folder, okay. Let's say like model.py. So what I will do, from the app.py itself I can also import that model, okay. I will just write from model import, okay, my model I want, okay. Then I'll import from that file and I will use it, okay, in my code. That's how, let's say, see here I'm doing what, like from pathleaf, okay. So pathleaf is a package, okay, and it is hosted on PyPy, okay. That's why it is already available in my Python interpreter, okay. But here I'm creating my project, okay. This is a custom project and this is not like available in my like Python interpreter, okay. That's why I need to install it as local package, okay. So that's why I need to specify this constructor file, okay. So that's why it's needed. It will be clear whenever I will be setting my project, okay. At that time I will show you, okay. And as of now, just create this constructor file, okay. Then after that inside src, okay, inside this project I will create another folder called components, okay. Components. Inside that again I will create one constructor file, because components is going to be another local package folder, okay. Yeah. Then after that I'll create another file inside project called utils. Okay, what are the files and folders you need basically in a project? You can define everything here, so it will create automatically, okay. Inside that I will again create another constructor file, okay. This init.py. Then I will create another folder called config, okay. Inside that what I will do, I will create another constructor file, and with that, okay, inside that I will create another file called configuration. So it will contain all the configuration related to our project, okay. Configuration.py. Then I will create another file called pipeline, okay. Inside that I will create another constructor file, Okay, then I need entity. So what is entity, what is pipeline, what is config, I will discuss each and everything, guys. Okay, don't worry about. Okay, first of all, let me create the folder structure. So entity, again inside entity I should have this constructor file. Then I will create another folder called constant. Okay, constants. Again I will keep one constructor file here. Then yeah, folder and file are done. Then I need some more file here. So I'll create one file called, first of all I will create one folder called config. Inside that I will create config.yaml. Okay, yeah. Then I, as I already told you, I will be integrating MLops tool like this DVC. Okay, so that's why I also need dvc.yaml file. Okay, then I also need parameters. Okay, so I'll be creating one file called params.yaml. Then I also need requirement.txt, requirements.txt. Okay, so it will contain all the requirements, all the requirement package of our code. Okay, then I also need setup.py. With that I will be creating another folder called research. Okay, inside that I will create one ipynb file called trials.ipynb. Why this resource folder is needed, guys? As I already told you, before implementing my actual components, okay, I will perform some notebook experiments. So these kinds of notebook experiment I'll keep it inside resource. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I think these are the file as of now I need. Okay, files and folder. If I need anything later on, I will add it here. Okay, and I will also create some manual, okay, file if I need anything. Okay, yeah. So now I can start write the logic. Okay, so first thing what I need to do, first of all I will go through this list one by one. I will copy the list name. Okay, then first of all I will define one for loop for file path. Okay, in list of file, first of all I will define the path type. Okay, so here I think you remember I imported this path class. Okay, from this path lib I'll call it, and inside that I will pass my file path. Okay, why I'm doing this thing? Because as you can see here, I have given forward slash here. Okay, everywhere I have given forward slash, but here I am using Windows operating system, and as you already know, Windows actually use backward slash, okay, instead of forward slash. Okay, so what happen actually, if you are not handling this kinds of forward slash path, okay, so it might throw some error. Okay, whenever you will execute your code. Okay, so if you are giving this entire path, okay, to this path, that means what is happening? You are like looping through this, okay, list. That means you are taking one by one, okay, all the files and folder, okay, all the record. So it will come here and it will specify the path like it is a Windows path, okay, instead of Linux path. Okay, because like forwards path actually we use in our Linux operating system. Okay, so what will happen exactly, let me show you. So what will happen exactly, so let me show you. Let me open my terminal. Okay, so first of all I will clear it. So I will activate my Python here. Okay, yeah. So first of all I need to import this path lib. Okay, so import, oh, sorry, from path lib. Okay, import path. Okay, let's take a path. Okay, path equal to, I will be taking, let's say, config /config. Okay, .yaml, let's say this is my path. Okay, so now what I will do, I will pass this path to my path class. Okay, I have imported, so path, inside that I will provide the path. Okay, now if I hit enter, you will see it will return as Windows path. Okay, so see, automatically it has converted to Windows. Okay, and it is giving the Windows path. Okay, that's how I am handling this kinds of path issue. Okay, so that's why I'm passing this thing inside that. Okay, I hope this thing is clear. Now what I need, as you can see here, it also contains the folder name. It also contains the file name. Okay, so I need to separate out. Okay, I need separately this folder name. I also need separately this file name. Okay, so for this, actually what I will do, I will use waste.split. Okay, function. So first of all, it will return two things: your waste.split, your file directory. I'll just write file dir, and also it will return the file name. Okay, so I'll just call os.path dot, there is a function called split. Okay, split. Okay, so inside that I will provide my file path. Okay, so basically what will happen, so let me again show you. Let me open my terminal. Okay, so let's say I have, this is my path. Okay, so here if you see, this is the folder and this is the file. Okay, so first of all, let me call that one was.path.split. Okay, let's say inside that, if I provide my path, see, it will return two things. Sorry, it is OS is not defined. So first of all, I need to import OS. Okay, import OS. Now I can execute this thing. Yeah, now if I pass my path, now you will see it will return two things. Okay, one is your folder and one is like your file. Okay, so it is a tuple. Okay, it will return two things and I will separate out. So basically I'm separating out, because here if you see, it will return two things. I'm storing this folder as, okay, as my file directory, and this file as my file name. Okay, in this two variable I'm storing one by one. Okay, yeah. Then first of all, what I will do, first of all I will create the directory. Okay, so for this, actually I write one logic: if your file dir is not empty, okay, is not equal to empty, that means if this variable is not empty, that means there is a file name. Okay, there is a for like a directory name. Okay, I need to create it. So what I will do, I'll just write os dot make directories. Okay, so this is the method I can use. Inside that, I need to pass my file directory. Okay, with that I need to provide one parameter here, exist is equal to true. Let's say this directory is already created. Okay, so it won't be created. Okay, it won't be created. Okay, if you are giving this parameter exist is equal to true, if you're making it as false, then it will again create. Okay, it will replace that one. Then after that, I also want to log the information. Okay, logging.info. I'll just write logging.info, and here I will provide one message called creating directory. I'll just name the file directory. Okay, for the file, also I will provide the file name. Okay, yeah, that's it. So it will create my directory. Okay, in this location. Now after creating the directory, I also need to create the files. Okay, as you can see, I have some files here. Okay, so I also need to create them. So for this, I will define another logic. So I'll just write if not os dot path dot exist. Okay, like, yeah, first of all I will check if this file is exist or not. Okay, if it is not exist, okay, if it is not exist, I will define another logic. Okay, I'll define another logic. I'll just write or os dot path dot, there is a method called get size. Okay, get size, I'll give the file path. Okay, equal to 0. That means what I'm telling, okay, first of all I'm checking whether this file, okay, is exist or not. If it is exist, okay, I won't be creating. Okay, with that, actually what I'm checking the size of the file. Okay, let's say I have something present, okay, in this file. Okay, I have written something, I have some code in this file. Okay, so first of all, it will return some of the like, you can say, it will return some of the number. Okay, if you check the get size, okay, let me show you. If I open my terminal, so let me see how I imported this thing. Yeah, so here I will write, yeah, os dot path dot get size Okay, let's say here inside that I will pass this readme.md. Okay, so it will return some of the size of my file. Okay, so I'll just write readme.md. Okay, now if I hit enter, see it's giving some number. That means it contains some of the text here. Okay, if it can be any file, so it is not only your readme, it can be any like Python file. Okay, it will return some number. That means it has some like megabyte. That means it is some kilobyte. Okay, that means it contains any code here. Okay, so if it is containing any code, or let's say if it is containing any text, okay, I don't want to replace this file, okay, with my new file. That's why I'm checking. Okay, I'm checking this should be completely not exist, and this size would be 0. Okay, if it is that, then what I will do, I will create that file. Okay, I'll just write with open. I'll give file path here. Okay, I want to open it with write mode as if. Okay, so I only want to like create the file. Okay, after creating, I will just pass it. Okay, simply I will just pass it. Then I'll log the information. Okay, I'll tell log.info creating empty file. Okay, I'll give the file path. Yeah, that's it. Okay, after that I will also define my else condition. Okay, and if this file is already exist, or let's say if this file size is not like 0 kilobyte, okay, that means there is a already existing file. Okay, I'll just write logging.info nav string file name is already exist. Okay, yeah, yeah guys, so this is the logic, simple logic I have created. Okay, now let me execute and show you. Okay, the magic. Okay, the magic will happen here. Now you can see there is nothing. Okay, there is nothing like these are the folder is not present. Okay, now if I execute this like template.py, first of all I need to exit my Python interpreter. Okay, I'll clear the terminal. Now I'll just write Python template.py. Okay, now see the magic. Okay, left hand side, if I execute it, see it has automatically created this files and folder for me, automatically created. Okay, so it is just a one-time effort you did, and you created, okay, all the files and folder automatically here, as you can see. So PyTest will automatically generate for me because I have the extension. It won't be coming for you. Okay, it's completely fine. Okay, you can also delete it. Then config.yaml resource, I have trials. Okay, in the src I have all the components, config, everything, as you can see. Okay, in src I have this project name. Okay, src I have this project name called cnn classifier. Okay, and inside that, if you see this is the like generic template of an end-to-end project. Okay, inside source you will keep your project. Okay, let's say if you want to create other components, okay, other like version of your project, so inside src you can create a cnn classifier 1.0 or 1.2, you can create like that. Okay, that's why this is a generic project template I follow usually. Then pipeline, utils, everything, whatever things you mentioned here, everything it has created. Okay, now DVC YAML, params YAML, okay, setup.py, everything. Let's say you want to create some more file here, so just try to add inside the list. Let's say I want to create test.py. Okay, I'll just write test.py. Okay, make sure you have given the comma here. Yeah, so now if I again run this template.py, you will see test.py would be created. Okay, now one thing you will observe, this readme file won't be replaced. Okay, see, because why it is not replacing, because I mentioned this logic here. Okay, this file is not empty. Okay, that means I have something in that file. Okay, this file will ignore, and rest of the file it will create. Okay, so this is the logic I written here. Okay, so yes guys, I will remove this test.py because this is not needed. Okay, for my project. Yeah, I will also delete from here test.py, simply delete it. Yeah, so yes guys, we have successfully completed our template. Okay, like how we can create the project template. Okay, so now what I will do, I'll quickly push these changes to my GitHub. So if you just click on source control, you will see these are the like new changes you can push, okay, in your GitHub. So I'll open my terminal, and first of all I'll just write git add, okay, space dot then git commit -m, give the message folder structure added. Okay, then I'll just press simply git push origin main. Okay, yeah, it's done now. Now this is my GitHub. Now if I refresh this page, yeah, so guys, you can see all the changes has been like you can say committed here. Okay, so yes guys, we have successfully completed our project template creation. Okay, that means project structure creation. So now what I need to do, I need to write the requirements file. Okay, and I need to, like you can say, do the project setup. So guys, one thing I forget to mention. Okay, so let me run this template.py again. Okay, template.py again. See, whenever executing this template.py, it is printing some logs here, as you can see, because I mentioned this login string here. Okay, see, it is printing on the terminal. That means this is information log it is giving. Okay, okay, as you can see. And first of all, what it will do, it will like store the ASCII time. Okay, see this like the timestamp actually you run this project. Okay, with the logging message. Okay, as you can see, time and date. Okay, it will store, and with that the logging message. Okay, like creating directory at creating empty file. Okay, like the message I given here, as you can see, creating empty file, creating okay directory. So this kinds of message actually it will also print. Okay, so this is the use of this logging here. Okay, but whenever I will creating the components, I will create one log file here. Okay, inside log folder I will print my I will store my logs. Okay, in a one log file I'll be getting. Inside that I will store my logs. Okay, as of now I've just printed everything on the terminal. Okay, yeah, now what I need to do, I need to write my requirement.txt, because some requirements actually I need to execute this project. Okay, to implement this project. The first requirement I need TensorFlow. Okay, as I already mentioned, I will be using TensorFlow. Okay, and here I'm not specifying any version because it will install the latest version of the TensorFlow. Okay, then with that I also need these are the common packages. Okay, pandas. Okay, then I'll be using also DVC, as I already told you, as a MLops tool, as a, like you can say, tracking tool. Okay, I will be using DVC. Okay, then I also need notebook, numpy, matplotlib, seaborn. Okay, then with that I also need some more library. Let me show you quickly. Okay, I also need Python box. Okay, what is Python box? I will explain it. Okay, whenever I will write the code, I will explain it. What is Python box and why I'm using it. Okay, then I also need PyYAML. PyYAML means suppose I'm using YAML file. So to read this YAML file, I also need this package. Okay, and TQDM I also need to see the progress bar. Okay, if you want to see the progress bar, like see whenever your code is taking time. Okay, to do any job, you can also print the progress bar using TQDM. Okay, then ensure. Okay, what is ensure? I will also explain. Okay, later on whenever I'll be creating this component. Then joblib. Okay, then pytype, pyml, scipy, flask, and flask codes. Okay, so these are the things. Flask, why I'm using Flask, because I will be creating the web application. Okay, using Flask. Okay, yeah, so these are the thing actually I need. So guys, one thing I forgot to mention, I also need template folder. Okay, and index.html. Okay, for creating my web application, because I'm using Flask here. So to create it, so what you can do, you just need to mention it here. Okay, so I'll just write template. Okay, inside templates it should be templates. Okay, the name should be templates. Inside that I will create one file called index.html. Okay, yeah, now give the comma here. Yeah, now if I execute this template.py again, see, it should create. Okay, see, template and index.html. Okay, it's fine now. Yeah, so yeah, these are the requirement I only need. Okay, and at the last I will mention -e space dot. Okay, why I have mentioned -e space dot? Okay, why I have mentioned this -e space dot? Okay, because of this setup.py. Okay, because this setup.py will help me to install this folder. Okay, this folder as my local package. Okay, because see here I have written all the components, configuration, everything, and I will be importing like all the configuration constant. Okay, from this folder itself. Okay, and if you see, it contains also your constructor file. So I need to set up this like folder as my local package. Okay, for this I need to write the code inside setup.py. Okay, so now let me open the setup.py. So I already prepared setup.py. Okay, so let me just quickly show you. So this will remain common in your every project. Okay, so this one I have prepared. So basically first thing what you need to do, you need to import the setup tools. Okay, then you need to open this readme.md. Okay, readme.md as a write mode. Okay, why? Just for the long description. Okay, let's say if you want to publish this as py package, okay, in future, okay, you need this thing. Okay, so what I'm telling, so let me tell you. So long back I created one package called image seeker. Okay, image seeker. If you search image seeker on like Google, you will see this image seeker py package. Okay, if you just open the first link, so this is the py package I created and I hosted, okay, on this py website. As you can see, this is my package. Okay, so this is the author name Bappi Ahmed and my email address and all. Okay, and this is the GitHub. Okay, so everything I have added. Now see, it is printing this description. Okay, you can see it is printing the description, like how this package work. Okay, all the thing I have mentioned in the description, it is printing everything. Okay, so how it is coming, okay, how it is coming because of this one. Okay, because of this line. Okay, it is reading the readme.md file, and whatever description you are mentioning in the readme, it is printing everything. Okay, here. Okay, as you can see here. Okay, so everything, as you can see, this is the GitHub of this project. So let me tell you the package about. So this is one image classification package actually I created. So see, whenever we do image classification task, we need to write tons of code like that. Okay, as you know. But what I did, I automated this thing. Okay, I created this package. Okay, so if you install my package and just write image seeker, it will launch one web page. And here you just need to pass your data, and you just need to give your model configuration. Okay, the image size and all. Then if you just start training, it will automatically train your model. Okay, then after that, it will launch the prediction. Okay, prediction. You can say this window, and you just put the image and it will do the prediction. Okay, see, it's like very simple, like package. Okay, it will see, those who don't know coding, so you can use this package, okay, to do the image classification task. So long back, around 2 years ago I created this package, and I'm not maintaining this. Okay, so that's why. Yeah, so I just wanted to show you, if you are hosting at local package, so you just need this thing. Okay, this setup.py. But I don't want to publish this thing as a py package. Okay, I will be using as local package. So instead of just hosting on py, I will be using as my local package. That's why I'm creating this setup.py. Okay, and I'm mentioning this other thing. Okay, as you can see, the version of your project. Okay, repo name. So repo name is CNN classifier, as I already created. Okay, so it's not CNN classifier. This is the repo name. Okay, you can give the repo name. I'll just copy the name. Okay, just to mention the name, repo name. Yeah, sorry. First of all, let me paste it here. Copy the name. I'll mention it here. Okay, repo name. Yeah, it is a CNN second is classification project. Username of your GitHub. This is the username of my GitHub. Okay, then author email address and source repo name. Okay, so this is the source repo name. If you just expand the source, see, this is the CNN classifier. Yeah, that's all. And these are the thing you can add. Okay, so now I have added this setup.py successfully. Now to install the setup.py, you just need to add this line. Okay, called -e space dot. Okay, now once you have added, now we can install our like package installation. Okay, we can start we can set up our project. So to set up the project, just let me open my terminal first of all. Okay, I will clear it. You just need to write okay, but before installing this package, okay, what I need to do, I need to create one virtual environment. Okay, because this is my base environment, I don't want to install this thing in my base environment. Okay, so it's better practice, just create one new environment. So I'll just write conda create -n. I'll name this environment name as chicken. Okay, let's give chicken. And you just also need to specify the Python version you want. I will be using Python 3.8 -1. That means you want to create it. Okay, now let me execute. Okay, now you can activate your environment by using this command conda activate chicken. Okay, now let me clear it. Now just write this command to install the packages. Install pip install -r requirement.txt. Okay, now it will pick up all the packets one by one and it will install it. Okay, so guys, it will take some time. Okay, I will come back once it is done. So guys, as you can see, my requirement installation is done. There is no error. That means you have installed it successfully. Okay, I believe you won't be getting any error. Okay, if everything is fine. So now what I need to do, I need to commit these changes to my GitHub because I have added some more extra files. Okay, so let me do it. So I'll open my terminal again. Okay, so I'll just write git add space dot git commit -m requirements added, then git push origin main. Okay, yeah guys, so we have successfully committed the changes. Now if you click on source control, so see, you won't be able to see anything. Okay, now just go to your GitHub and refresh here. Yeah, this is the last commit I did called requirement added. Okay, so guys, we have successfully installed all of our requirements. Now what I need to do, so first of all, let's create that logging module. Okay, then I will be creating utils module, and here I'm not going to create a exception module separately because I will be using something like box exception like package. Okay, so using that one, actually you can also handle the exception. Okay, so that's why you don't need to write the exception module separately, but if you want, you can also write, okay, separately. It's up to you. Okay, so for this, actually what you can do, just inside CNN classifier, create another folder called exception. Inside that, just again initialize one constructor file. Inside that, you can write the exception file. Okay, but I won't be writing. Okay, I will be using something like a pre-built module. Okay, I'll be using. So to create the logging, okay, so what I will do, so here actually I will be creating this logging in a different way. So normally what we do, actually we try to create one folder here called logging. Okay, inside that we create constructor file. Okay, but instead of that, just for like simplicity, okay, just for, see, whenever you will be importing that logging module, okay, every time you just need to write from src dot cnn classified again dot logging. Okay, that's how you need to import. But if I write it inside this constructor file, okay, inside src I have one constructor file, I think you have seen, right? So I'll initialize it here, okay, this logging here, and I can import it like very easily, like from cnn classifier. Okay, I will import my logging. Okay, that's how, just for simplicity, okay, import, I will be writing this like logging module here. But if you want, you can also create one folder here and you can write it down. Okay, but I usually like to write in this file only. Okay, so I'll open this constructor file. Okay, so first thing, I will be importing some of the libraries. So this is one custom, so guys, this is one like custom logging. Okay, I have created. Okay, I usually follow this one whenever I try to create any project. Okay, so let me just quickly show you. So first of all, I need to define the logging string. So this is the logging string. Okay, and here if you see, I'm using Python pre-built logging. Okay, on top of it, I will be creating my custom logging. Okay, so first of all, it will save your ASCII time, then log level name. Okay, like what is the log level actually you want to save. So here actually I will be saving information related log and module. Okay, like if you run this let's say setup.py, or let's say main.py app.py, whatever file you are creating. Okay, so let's say if you're running this template.py, okay, so it will give you template.py. Okay, you have run template.py and this is the log. Okay, it will also log that module, okay, which module you are running your code, then message. Okay, the message actually you will be printing. Then after that, first of all, what I need to do, I need to create one directory. Inside that, I will be creating one file called running log underscore log dot log. Okay, this is the file I'll be creating, and this is the directory I'll be creating. Okay, as you can see, I'm creating the directory. So it will create one directory here. Okay, I will show you. Then I will initialize my final log. Okay, so this is my final log, as you can see. So first of all, I'm taking information related log, and then I'm initializing my login string. Okay, And inside handler, first of all, I am handling the file handler. First of all, it will create that log file and all. Okay, here. Then I'm also printing that log inside my terminal. Okay, on top of my terminal. So using stream handler, actually you can like print the log on your terminal as well. Okay, so that is why I can see my log like in both places. Okay, that's why I'm doing like that. And then I'm just naming my log. Okay, you can give any name here, no issue. So yeah, logging is ready. Now let me test it whether it's working or not. So for this, what I will do, I will create one endpoint file, okay, outside of this folder. So what I will do, I will just click here, new file, okay. I will just name this file as main.py, main.py, okay. So here, first of all, let me import my log, okay. So now how I can import my log? So I'll just write from CNN classifier, because CNN classifier has been installed as my local package. I have already installed this setup.py, okay, that's why. And I'll just simply write import logger, okay, import logger. That's it, guys, that's it, okay. If you just press Ctrl and right click on top of it, see, it will redirect here, okay. So that is the convenience, that's why I initialize my log inside that, okay. Yeah, so now what I will do, first of all, let me log something. So I'll just write logger dot info. I'll just print one message, welcome to my custom log, okay, custom log. And guys, here if you see, I'm getting one suggestion because I have installed tab 9, okay. Tab 9 is like AI like tool, okay. As you can see, if you just search in this extension market, just write tab 9. So you will see this tool. Tab 9 is a AI auto completion tool, okay. So you can install it, so it will also give you the suggestion, okay. So welcome to my custom log. Now let me execute my main.py and let me show you like how it will create the log, okay. So first, so for this, actually what I will do, I will open my terminal and let me run it. So I'll just write python main.py, okay. Now guys, you can see it is also printing on my terminal, okay. So as you can see, if I show you my login string, now let me open the terminal again. See, it is first of all printing the timestamp, as I already mentioned, ASCII time. Then it is also telling the log level, it is information related log, okay. And the module, okay, module is like main.py. I run main.py, that's why it's main. And this is my logging message, okay, like welcome to my custom log. Now if I show you left hand side here, if you see, it has also created another folder called logs. Inside that, it has again created one file called running logs, okay. Now if I open it, see the same thing, you will be able to see it, okay. Now actually, whenever I will deploy this project, let's say on cloud, okay, I don't need to open the like cloud terminal, okay, because in cloud actually I won't be getting any terminal, okay. So what I need to do, let's say if my code is fails, okay, if let's say my project fails, okay, there. So what I will do, I will download this logging file, okay, and I will try to see what is happened, okay, inside that. So that's why this logging is pretty much important, and it will help you to debug your code as well, okay, in your development environment as well, okay. So yes guys, so this was the log. Now what I will do, I will create the utils, okay, utils module. And what is utils, guys? First of all, let me tell you, okay, what is utils, okay, why I need this utils. See guys, utils is like those function, like the function actually you will be using frequently in your code, okay. Let's say you want to read YAML file, okay, so I'll be reading YAML file in my every components, okay. So instead of writing that YAML file function like separately everywhere, okay, what I can do, I can write inside utils, okay, and whenever I need this, okay, I will just like import from here, okay. So that's why I call it whenever you need some function, okay, frequently in your code, instead of just defining it, okay, separately in every component, just define it in a utils, like you can say file, and whenever you need it, try to import from there, okay. So that is called utils, okay. So I think you got it, like the most frequent code you will be using, okay, in your project. So you can write it down here and you can use it. So guys, here I already prepared some utils, okay, functionality, okay. So let me show you like what are the utils actually you need in this project. So here if you see, I have utils folder. So inside that I will be creating another file, okay. So let me create, I'll just name it as common.py, okay. Inside common.py I will define all my utility related functionality, okay. So let me do it. I will close this thing, it's not required. Yeah, I'll open the common.py. So first of all, I will be importing some of the libraries. So these are the libraries are needed. and it is giving this error because I haven't selected my current environment. Okay, so just click here. And what was my environment name? It was chicken. Okay, I was just selecting chicken. Okay, now it will disappear. Yeah, so I'm importing box exception. Okay, this box value error, because I already told you I will be using something pre-built, like you can say exception. Okay, then YAML, then CNN classifier. Okay, I'm importing my logger, JSON job lib. Okay, then ensure annotation config box. I will discuss these two things. Okay, detail you what is this, why I'm using, then path. Okay, typing and base 64. Okay, so first of all, the method I prepared, which is nothing but read YAML. Okay, so this function will help me to read my YAML file. Okay, as you can see, I have also mentioned the doc string and everything. So it's better practice if you can also mention the doc string in a function. Okay, and you can see here it is a config box type output. Okay, it will return config box type output. Okay, what is this config box type output? I will discuss. Okay, just a minute. After some time I will discuss it. Okay, now this is the YAML file, and on top of it I have given one decorator, as you can see, called ensure annotation. I'll also discuss, okay, why I'm giving this one. And it's a simple like YAML reading code. Okay, I'm doing. Okay, I think you would be able to understand. Now the second method I defined, which is nothing but create directories. Okay, because I'll be creating directories. Okay, I will be creating artifacts inside that. I'll be creating data ingestion and all. So to create that directories, okay, you need that create directories, okay, function. Then I also have, like, let's say save JSON. Okay, I also need this like a function. Let's say whenever I'll be doing my evaluation, okay, model evaluation, at the time I'll get some loss and accuracy matrix. Okay, that matrix I'll be saving as JSON. Okay, that's why I need this. Then I prepared some more, you can say utility related function, but I won't be using all of them in my code. But I have kept just for your reference. If you need in future, okay, you can use it as it is. Okay, because it is a common utility related function I prepared. It can be used in every project. Okay, as you can see, after save JSON, I also prepared load JSON. Let's say if you want to load any JSON file, you can use this function. Okay, then save bins. Okay, if you want to save any file in a binary format, you can use this. Then again, you can load that binary file using that method. Then get size, if you want to, let's say, see any file size, okay, you can use this, okay, function. Then decode image and encode image. Okay, let's say I already showed you my project demo. Okay, there I was uploading one image. Okay, so that image actually I was not directly passing inside my backend. Okay, what I was doing, I was decoding the image. Okay, after that I was encoding the image. Okay, to base 64 string. Okay, so this thing I will discuss whenever I'll be creating that UI. Okay, UI pad. So these two function actually is needed. Okay, so guys, yeah, these are the actually functionality I need inside utils. Okay, and this functionality I'll be using frequently in my code. That's why I defined inside my utils. Okay, instead of defining like frequently in my code. Okay, so yeah guys, now I think it's done. Now what I will do, I'll explain this ensure annotation and the config box. Okay, why I have defined this thing. So to explain these two things, what I will do, I will open this trials.ipynb file inside my research folder. Okay, so let me open this notebook. And one thing I just wanted to show you, see guys, this is the exception I'm handling using this box value adder. Okay, as you can see, I'm importing here. It will come from this box module. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm adding this exception block here. Okay, you can also use this Python simple exception. It will work fine. Okay, for you. So now what I will do, I will open my tiles.ipynb file. Now to explain, first of all, this box. Okay, first of all, let me explain this config box. What is this config box? Okay, why I'm returning as config box output. So to explain this thing, first of all, I will define one dictionary here. Okay, so D is equal to, first of all, I will take one key. Okay, with that I will take one value. Okay, I'm just writing key value as, okay, pair. Let's say you just consider there are some value. Okay, and there are some key. Okay, yeah, now what I will do, I will again take key 1, and with that I have also value 2, value 1. Okay, value 1, yeah, that's it. So let's say this is my dictionary. First of all, I need to select the kernel. So Python environment to execute this thing, chicken. Okay, this is the environment I will be selecting. Now let me execute. Okay, so usually to access any value, okay, from this dictionary, what we write in Python, okay, we write like that. I'll just write we define one, like you can say bracket. Inside that we define the key name. Okay, let's say this is my key name, and if I execute it, now you'll see it will return me the value. Okay, but let's say instead of calling like that, I want to call like that. Okay, d dot, if I write key, okay, d dot, if I write key, now if I press enter, you will see it will give me one error like dict object has no attribute key. Okay, so this is the error I'm having. Okay, see, instead of calling like that, this approach is like very much like easy, and it is like very much understandable, even it's like very much easy to use. Okay, because as you can see, whenever I'll be reading any YAML file, it will return me like lots of content, and I won't be reading those content like that. Okay, it would be like very much confusing for me. So instead of, I will be calling like that. Okay, I'll just name the key. Okay, it will return me the value. Okay, so that is the approach I want to follow. So now if you want to like resolve this issue, okay, so what you can do, you can use something called box. Okay, config box from box module. Okay, so I'll just import it from box. I'll import config box. Okay, config box. Now what I will do, I will take this same dictionary and I will again create another config box type dictionary. Okay, so inside config box I will pass my dictionary. Okay, see, now what I'll do, I'll execute it. Now if I print d2, now I'll see it is a config box type dictionary. Okay, now if I want to read that one d2 dot key, if I just write d2 dot key, now you will see it will print a value. Okay, but initially it was not able to print a value, it was giving me the error. Okay, so that is the convenience here. Okay, so what I'm telling here, so the YAML file you are reading, okay, return everything as config box type so that I can access those values. Okay, like that only. Okay, using that key name. Okay, so that is the convenience here I'm following. Okay, so I hope this thing should be clear, guys. Okay, now what I will do, I will explain this ensure annotation. Okay, why I'm giving this decorator here. Okay, on top of every function I have created. So to explain this thing, first of all I will write one like function here, or let's make it simply. Okay, simplicity, I will just write get product. Okay, so it will return me the product of two numbers. So first of all I will be taking x. Okay, and it should be integer type. Then I will be taking y, again it should be integer type. Okay, if you pass two number, it will give you the product, and the return type of this function should be again one integer. Okay, yeah, sorry, it should be integer. Yeah, now I'll just return x product y. Okay, that's it. Now let's say if I call my function, okay, and if I pass, let's say any value, let's say x is equal to 2 and y is equal to, let's say 4. Okay, now you'll see it will work fine for me. Okay, 2 multiplied by 4, it's 8. But let's say if I pass like that, what I will do, I will give x is equal to 2 and y is equal to, let's say I have given 4, but it is a string type. Okay, it is a string type. Now if I execute my function, see, it is still giving me the output. Okay, 44. So definitely you will get confused, like I was not expecting that kinds of okay output, because if you multiply 2 by 4, okay, it should not be 44. Okay, and one thing, if you see, although I have defined my data type as integer, but I am passing a string, but it's still able to work. Okay, so let's say you have written like very bigger code, at the time you have done this kinds of mistake. Okay, and you are not getting your expected output, at the time you will get confused for sure. Okay, so to handle this kinds of like hidden issue, this kinds of hidden error, okay, you can use something called ensure annotation. Okay, now let me import ensure annotation and let me show you the magic. Okay, so what will happen, so I'll just write from ensure, okay, import ensure annotation. Okay, now let me import it. Now what I'll do, I will copy the same function I have created. Okay, just on top of it, I just need to assign the decorator of ensure annotation. Okay, I'll just assign the decorator of ensure annotation. Now let me execute. Okay, now what I will do, I will call the same thing. First of all, I will call the correct one, like 2 x is equal to 2, y is equal to 4. Okay, now see, it will work fine. Now if I pass the second one, now we'll see it will detect the data type and it will throw me the error. See, ensure error, and it's telling argument y type of 2 doesn't match annotation type. Okay, because here you have mentioned my y should be integer type, but your passing string type data. Okay, so that's why it is failing. Now you would be able to debug your code, like what is the issue. Okay, here, so to overcome this kinds of issue, you can use this kinds of ensure annotation. So that's why I have mentioned this ensure annotation on top of every function. Okay, and if you see, I have mentioned data type. Okay, everywhere I have mentioned the data type. Okay, what should be a data type it will expect. Okay, so that is why I have mentioned ensure annotation. Okay, so yes guys, so this is all about our ensure annotation and our config box. Okay, I hope this should be clear. So now guys, we have completed this thing. Now first of all, let me tell you that workflows actually will be following, okay, before starting actual implementation, because as you can see, there are lots of file and folder. So one question should be in your mind, like which file I need to change first. Okay, which folder I need to go inside first. Okay, so this is the question actually you are having in your mind. So first of all, let me tell you the project overflow I'll be following. Okay, so I already prepared the workflows, so let me just discuss with you. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. So guys, this is the workflows actually I'll be following. So first of all, we will be updating inside config.yaml. Okay, as you can see, I'm telling, first of all, I will be updating inside config.yaml. Then if you have any secret.yaml, okay, you can update it. Let's say you are using database, okay, and you want to keep those credential as secret. So you can keep it inside secret.yaml. Okay, but I won't be using any secret.yaml in this project. So that's why I kept it optional. Okay, if you're creating, so you can update it. Okay, then I will be updating inside params.yaml. As you can see, I have also created params.yaml. Okay, after that, I'll be updating my entity. Okay, so as you can see here, I have created entity folder. Okay, inside entity, I'll be updating my code. Then after that, I will be updating configuration manager in src config. Okay, as you can see, inside src, I have another config. Okay, config folder. Inside that, I have configuration.py. So this configuration manager I need to update. Okay, after entity. Then I will be updating my components. Okay, so this is the components. So here I will be creating data ingestion. Okay, then like you can say base model preparation, callbacks. Okay, then model trainer, model evaluation, everything I'll be creating here. All the components should be here, so I need to update the components. Okay, after that, then I'll be updating my pipeline. As you can see, I have also created the pipeline. Okay, I'll be updating the pipeline. Then I will be updating my main.py. As you can see, I have created the main.py here. Okay, I will be updating. Then I also told you I'll be using DVC as MLops tool, okay, to track my pipelines. Then I will be updating inside dvc.yaml. Okay, so this is the workflows actually I'll be following. Okay, step by step. Okay, so don't pick up any random components and like don't update. Okay, instead of that, just go with a sequence. So it will help you to understand your code as well. Okay, and it will make your code like very organizable. Okay, so that's why I follow this workflows. Okay, whenever I try to create any end-to-end project. Okay, so this is the workflows actually I'll be following. So guys, now we can start our actual component creation. Okay, so we have completed everything. So first of all, what I will do, I will start with my data ingestion, like a notebook experiment. Okay, because as I already told you, first of all, before implementing that actual components, okay, as a modular coding, I will do some experiment on the notebook, and if everything is working fine there, okay, then I will convert it to our modular coding. Okay, but before that, let me show you like how you need to prepare your data and where you need to keep your data. Okay, so in this project actually I'll be reading my data from my GitHub. Okay, so I'll upload my data in my GitHub. Okay, GitHub repository, and from there actually I will get one link and I will try to download from here. Okay, but in this case actually what you can also do, you can also keep your data set in your database, or let's say S3 bucket. Okay, from there also you can also read it out. Okay, but I will show you from the GitHub, because most of them I'm expecting you won't be having like a cloud account. Okay, but if you want, you can also keep this data in the S3 bucket, and it's like very easy to download from the S3. Okay, okay, you can do it. And in future I will create some more project. Okay, like on the S3. Okay, and in future I will create some more project. Okay, I will read the data from the S3 bucket. I will also show you like how to read the data from the S3 bucket, and like from the database also. Okay, you can also like practice it. So here, if you see, I have created one folder called chicken fecal image. Okay, inside that I have kept the images. Okay, like coccidiosis, this image. Okay, and this is the healthy image. Okay, I have created two folder. Inside that I kept my image. Okay, as I already showed you. Then what I did, I created another folder. Okay, chicken fecal image, and inside that I kept it. Okay, so now what you need to do, you need to zip this folder. Okay, so just right click. So here I'm using 7-zip. So I'll just zip it. Okay, so this is the zip. Okay, just make a zip file. Then this zip file you need to upload in your GitHub. Okay, so what you can do, just go to your GitHub. So let me go to my GitHub. I will open my GitHub again, repository. Okay, so here you can select any repository you have, or otherwise you can create a new repository. So for me, I have already one repository. Okay, I will open it up. So here, what you need to do, you just need to drag and drop your data. Okay, so let's say this is my data. What I will do, I'll just drag and drop here. Okay, this is zip file. I'll just drag and drop. Then see, it will upload the data here. But make sure if you have like a bigger file at the time, it won't be allow you to upload this thing. Okay, at a time you can get the data from this 3. But my data size is like less, so that's why I can keep inside my GitHub. Okay, now see, once it will upload, you just need to click on commit and changes. Okay, if you do it, so it will upload it. So for me, I have already uploaded. So let me show you my data. Chicken chicken fecal image zip. Okay, so this is the data I have uploaded. Now what you need to do, just click here and you will see view raws. Okay, now just right click on top of it. Okay, then copy the link address. Okay, if you just copy the link address, now if you just paste this link, okay, see, this is your entire data path. Okay, so this link actually I'll be using to download the data from this GitHub. Okay, so this is the thing actually I'm doing. Now let's start with our data ingestion part. So for this, what I will do, I will come inside my research and I will create one IPONB file. Okay, I will name this file as 01. Okay, data underscore ingestion dot IPONB. Okay, now as I already told you, if you open up your workflows, okay, first of all I need to update inside config.yaml. Okay, so first of all I will updating inside config.yaml. Okay, so let me open this config.yaml. So here actually I will keep all of the configuration, okay, related to data ingestion. Okay, so I have already prepared, just let me show you. So guys, this is the data ingestion related configuration. So first of all, here if you see, I'm creating the root directory, which is nothing but artifacts. Okay, so it will create one folder called artifacts. Inside that I will be creating data ingestion folder. Okay, see, data ingestion folder, and inside that I will download the data from this URL. As I already told you, this is the URL I'll be using to download my data. Okay, then it will download as this data.zip file. Okay, after that I will unzip the data to this data ingestion folder only. Okay, let's say if you want some more folder, okay, inside artifacts, or if you want to download that data inside that folder, you can add those like file location here. Okay, so basically see what are the like variable, or what are the path actually you'll be using in your code. Instead of hard coding those value, just keep it inside config.yaml. okay, inside data ingestion, like you can say section. And in future, let's say if you want to change any folder name, just try to change here. It will reflect in your every code. Okay, you don't need to open the components, and you don't need to change here. Okay, so that is the convenience to create this config.yaml. Okay, so yeah, so this is the config.yaml I have created. Now let's start with our data ingestion experiment. Okay, so I'll open this notebook. So first thing, what I will do, I will connect with my kernel. So chicken, this is the kernel. Okay, so I'll import first of all OS library. Okay, yeah. So first thing, what I need to do, I need to change my directory to this chicken disease classification folder. Okay, that means my root folder. Let me show you. That means this folder. Okay, because currently I'm in research folder. Okay, because by default your Jupyter notebook will launch inside research folder only. Okay, because I have opened inside research. So if you want to verify, just run this command pwd. Okay, see, I'm inside research folder. So to go back, okay, to this chicken disease classification, you need to execute this code. Just west.ch change directory. Okay, here I want to go back just one folder. Okay, that's why you need to give // okay, if you just give it, now if I execute, now if I again do pwd, that means project working directory, now you'll see I'm inside this chicken disease classification project. Okay, this folder. Yeah, now I can run everything. Okay, from here. So first thing, what I need to do, I need to prepare my entity. Okay, as I already told you, after configuration, if you don't have any secret, okay, params I won't be updating right now, because whenever I will be creating my models configuration, at that time I will be like updating these params. Okay, as of now, params you can completely ignore. Okay, so after that I need to update the entity. Okay, so let's update the entity. So what is entity, guys? Entity is nothing but it's a return type of a function. Okay, let's say you are creating one function, and what should be the return type of that function? Okay, as I already discussed here. Okay, it should be config box. Then as you can see, okay, somewhere I mentioned, see, config box. So this is the return type of a function. Okay, so if you don't have any, like you can say, inbuilt return type, you can also create your custom return type. Okay, using entity. Okay, So for this, actually what I will do, I will create one data class here. Okay, so let me just quickly show you how I have created. So this is my data ingestion related config. Okay, this is the data ingestion related configs or entity, as you can see here. So first of all, what I'm doing, I'm importing this data class from this data class library. Okay, and I'm also importing path. Okay, path from pathlib, and you can see I have given one decorator called data class, and inside that I have defined one class. Okay, Python class. So it's not a Python actual class. Okay, it would be data class. Okay, now this is the return type of a function. Okay, so what it will return root directory, source URL, data, local data file, and unzip directory. So where I'm getting this thing, I'm getting from this config.yaml. As you can see, I'm mentioning the same thing. Okay, same thing I'm mentioning here. Okay, as you can see. So this is the return type. Okay, so let me execute. What I need to do, I need to read the YAML file. Okay, so to read the YAML file, what you need to do, you need to first of all mention this thing in the constant. Okay, so I'll open this constant folder. Okay, so inside that I have constructor file. I'll open it up. So here, let me read our params and configs. Okay, now here let me read this params and our configs. Okay, this two two file. Okay, because see, this thing I will be only reading one time. Okay, so that's why I have mentioned inside constant. So those, like, let's say variable, or let's say file, you are only using one time. Okay, and you won't be like changing, okay, this thing. Okay, it should be like constant, so you just mention it inside the constant folder. Okay, so that is why this constant folder is needed. Okay, here if you see, first of all, I'm reading this config. Okay, config.yaml, and I'm also reading my params. Okay, as you can see, params.yaml, params.yaml, and I'm returning this two variable. Okay, now if I get this variable, I can get this path. Okay, and this is a path, as I already told you, because it will consider as Windows path. Okay, that is the thing here. Okay, now let me save it. Now one thing you need to do, because this params.yaml is empty, but if you want to read it, okay, it will throw error because it is completely empty. Just give one dummy value here, val and key. Okay, sorry, it should be key val. Okay, now it won't be throwing any error. Okay, now let me close it. Yeah, I'll also close this thing. So first of all, I will import this constant. Okay, this constant we have created from this constant. So for this, actually what I'll just write from CNN classifier dot constant. Okay, I'll just write import everything. Okay, everything means what are the things I have inside constant. It will return me everything. Okay, that's why I'm giving this thing. Now with that, I also need to import read YAML and create directories. Okay, from my utils. Okay, I'll just write from CNN classifier dot utils. Okay, dot common. I'll import read read underscore YAML. Okay, with that I also read create directories. Okay, as you can see, if I open the common, so read YAML and this create directories I'm importing. Okay, from this common itself. Yeah, so now let me execute. All right, then after that, what I need to do, I need to update my configuration manager inside src. Okay, so this configuration.py I need to update. Okay, but here I am doing notebook experiment, that's why I will be creating here. Instead of that, I will be mentioning everything on the notebook. Okay, then later on, whenever I'll be doing the like modular coding conversion, at that time I will mention inside configuration.py. Okay, so to create the config manager, first of all, I will define one class called config manager. Okay, inside that I'm defining this two variable, my config file path and params file path, and I'm reading from this constant. Okay, if you just right click and if you just press control and right click, see, it will redirect here. Okay, so that is why I'm mentioning here. Okay, I'm importing everything now. So here if you see, I'm reading this two file using this read YAML method I created. Okay, now it will return me all the contents. Okay, inside YAML file, basically it will return me all the concept, this data ingestion and everything. Then after that, I'm creating the directories first of all. Okay, root directories, this artifacts root. Okay, as you can see, I have artifacts root. Okay, first of all, it will return me what? As if I show you this config path, it will return me what? Because as you can see, I have mentioned as box type. Okay, so it will return me as a box type. Then I can call using the key name only. Okay, so this is the key name. I will call using the key name, and it will return me the value. Okay, that value I'm getting here, and I'm using create directories. Okay, this create directories, as you can see, this create directories will create it will just take the directory name and it will create a directory. Okay, in that location. Okay, see, I'm doing like that. So that is why I define at box type. Okay, and I discussed that thing in my trials.ipnv. Okay, now after getting the root folders, I will define my data ingestion related configuration. Okay, so this is another method I define called get data ingestion configuration. Okay, so this is the return type I'm defining. Okay, now this should be clear. See, here I mentioned my entity. Okay, and this is the entity name. Okay, data ingestion config. So this name actually I'm defining here as the return type of this function. Okay, now inside that, first of all, I'm creating data ingestion folder, as you can see. So here what I'm doing actually, I'm storing this, okay, configuration, okay, inside this variable called config. Then I'm creating this root directory. First of all, this root directory means I'm creating this data ingestion folder inside artifacts. Okay, then after that, I'm defining my return type of the function. Okay, as you can see, data ingestion config, inside that root directory, source URL, unzip file, and this thing I'm just reading one by one from my config. Okay, root directory, source URL, local file, okay, unzip. I'm reading one by one. It will return all the value and I'm storing in the variable. Okay, and then I'm returning as a return type of the function. Okay, as you can see, so these are the variable it will return. I'm only returning these are the variable. Okay, so that's how you can also define your custom return type of a function using entity. Okay, now I think this entity should be clear. Okay, now this is my configuration manager class. Now if I call this get data ingestion configs, okay, I can access all the variable. Okay, and it will return me all the configuration related our data ingestion. Okay, then I can easily use that, okay, in my components. So let me execute it. Yeah, now what I will do, after that I need to update my components. Okay, now let's update the components. So first of all, I will import some of the libraries. Okay, so these are the libraries are needed. I'm using request to download the data set, okay, from that URL. Unzip zip file I will be using to unzip my data, and I'm also like using logger, okay, our custom logger, and I'm also using this get size from this common. Okay, as you can see, I also created one method called get size. I also want to see the data size and all. Okay, that's why I'm using this one. Now let me execute it. Okay, now to create the components, first of all, I will define one class called data ingestion. Okay, inside that it will take your data ingestion related configuration. Okay, so this configuration it will take. Then I'm initializing that configuration inside this config variable I created. Okay, now the first method I'll be defining, which is nothing but download file, okay, from that URL. So this is the method. It will download that data from this URL, and this is a simple code I have written. Okay, first of all, it will check the directory. If it is not exist, it will create. Okay, as you can see, download directory, source URL, local file data. So it will create that directory and it will create like download the data. Okay, using this request.url retrieve. Okay, this method it will download the data and it will save it here. Okay, and I'm also logging the information. Let's say this data downloaded, okay, with the following URL. Okay, and file is already exist. Okay, size of, like, see, let's say if this file is already exist, okay, it will return you this thing only. Okay, so that is what I'm doing. Then after downloading the data, I also need to extract the data, okay, because it would be a zip file. So this method actually will unzip the data. As you can see, extract zip file, and this zip file package I'm using. So first of all, I'm taking like where is my zip file, okay, and with that why I want to save the zip file path. Okay, these two things actually you need to define. Okay, and here I have mentioned everything what should be the unzip directory. Okay, unzip directory, unzip dir, as you can see, unzip dir I'm mentioning somewhere, unzip path. Okay, unzip path, this is the unzip path. Okay, just this is a simple Python code, guys. Okay, I'm expecting you are familiar with test Python programming. Okay, I'm not supposed to explain this thing with detailing. Okay, now let me execute. All right, now after that I need to create my pipeline. Okay, now let's create the pipeline. So to create the pipeline, I already prepared the pipeline, so let me just show you. See guys, this is the pipeline. First of all, I am initializing my configuration manager, this class. Inside that I'm calling this get data ingestion config. Okay, get data ingestion config, as you can see, get data ingestion config. Then I'm calling my components, okay, this data ingestion, and it will take what, okay, it will take your data ingestion configuration. So the data ingestion configuration I'm passing inside my data ingestion, okay, this class. Then this it will return one object. Now I can access this two method. Okay, first of all, I'm calling this download file. Okay, this method it will download the data. After that, I'm calling this extract zip file. Okay, extract zip file. Now, and here I'm also handling the exception. Okay, let's say like if any exception is there, it will return me the exception as well. Okay, now yeah, this thing is done. Now what I will do, let me execute and show you whether it's working or not. See guys, it has created artifacts folder, and inside that it has created data ingestion folder. Okay, and inside that it is downloading the data zip file. Now let it be download. Then after that you will see it will also unzip the data. See guys, it has downloaded and it is giving all the information because of this get size get size, okay, method we created. It will return all this information of your data, like what is the size and like which time you downloaded this thing. Every information data it will return. Okay, now see, it has also unzipped the data. Now if I show you inside artifacts, as you can see, it has also unzipped the data, chicken fecal image. Now inside that I have all the images. Okay, see, coccidiosis and healthy. Okay, now perfect, it's working perfectly, everything. Yeah, now as you can see here, I also mentioned I need to update the main.yaml and dvc.yaml, but as of now we did just notebook experiment. I don't need to update this to file. Okay, so now what I can do, this notebook is working fine. Okay, now I need to convert this thing as our modular coding. Okay, so now let's convert this thing as our modular coding and let's see it is working or not. Okay, so guys, to convert it to modular coding, first of all, just follow this workflows. First of all, I will update my config.yaml. So config.yaml is already updated, I don't need to update. Now secret I'm not using, params I'll be using whenever I'll be defining my model. Entity I need to update. Okay, so to update the entity, just come inside entity folder, and here let me create one file called config entity. Okay, I'll just write config underscore entity dot py. This is going to be Python file. Yeah, so you just need to copy paste the same thing. Let me close this unnecessary file I have opened. Yeah, okay, so this entity you just need to copy paste the same thing. Okay, so I'll just copy from the notebook and I will open my config entity. I'll paste it here. Okay, yeah, so that's it. Now after that, what I need to do, I need to update my configuration manager in SRC. Okay, so here this is the configuration.py I created. I will open it, then I will copy this code as it is. Okay, I will copy this import and I will mention it here. Then I will also copy the same code I have created here. Okay, see, once you have done the notebook experiment, later on whenever you are converting to modular coding, you don't need to write anything, just copy paste the same code you created. Okay, inside your notebook. Okay, inside your notebook experiment. Now here I need to import this data ingestion config. Okay, this return type I also need to import. I created this class, I think, where I created this thing inside my config entity, as you can see here. Okay, so now let me import it here. So to import it, just write from CNN classifier. Okay, dot it is inside my entity, right? Entity dot config entity. Now I'll import. Okay, if I open my config entity, this class. Okay, now it's perfect, I think. Okay, now see any error is there or not. Yeah, so there is no error. Yeah, so guys, we have successfully wrote our configuration manager. Now I need to update my components. Okay, now to update the components, first of all you need to create the components file. So as you can see, this is the components folder. Here I need to create my components. Okay, so the first component I'll be creating called data ingestion, because this is the data ingestion components, data underscore ingestion dot py. Okay, it is inside components. Okay, now I will copy paste the same code from these components only. I will first of all copy the import data ingestion, paste it here. Then I will copy this class as it is. Yeah, and I also need to import this data ingestion config, as I already imported inside my configuration. I will just copy paste the same thing. Yeah, now anything I left, I also need to update the path. Okay, so I'll just import from path lib import path. Okay, yeah, yeah, I think there is no error. Okay, everything I have imported perfectly. Okay, now what I need to do, I need to update the pipeline. Okay, update the component. So to update the pipeline, there is a pipeline folder we created. Okay, so I'll come here and I will create another file inside pipeline called, sorry, I'll click on pipeline, then create a file called stage 01 data ingestion, because this is the stage 1. Okay, you just name with that number, so that actually you would be able to understand which stage actually you are running first. Okay, ingestion.py. Yeah. Now let me open the notebook. So first of all, here inside pipeline, I need to import these are the thing, my configuration manager, okay, from this config, and my data ingestion from this components. Okay, so config, I think I need to update CNN classifier, uh, classifier, it is config, then configuration. Okay, dot configuration. Now it's config manager, and components, CNN classifier components dot data ingestion. I'll import my data ingestion class. Okay, as you can see here, if I open it, okay, the data ingestion class. Okay, now yeah, everything is fine. This is the pipeline. Okay, so first of all, what I'm doing, I'm creating one class called ingestion training pipeline. Inside that, I'm initializing one constructor, and that should be completely empty. That's why I'm doing pass. And inside that, I'm defining one method called main. Okay, and inside main, actually, I'm copy pasting the same code. As you can see, this is the code I just copy pasted. Okay, and I paste it here. Okay, this is my pipeline. Okay, like it will run one by one. Okay, that's why this is we call it pipeline. And I'm also naming this stage name. Okay, like this is the data ingestion stage name. Okay, and I will also define it inside my this one. Okay, if underscore name equal to main. Okay, inside this one, so that see, if I want to run this thing, okay, separately, I can also learn, because I have already defined this thing here. Okay, why I have defined like that? Because I will be also integrating DVC. Okay, and if I integrating DVC, what I will do, I will call this thing separately, stage data like 01 underscore data ingestion. Okay, I will run it first time, then stage 2 second time, stage 3 like third time. That's why I'll be executing stage by stage. Okay, so that's why you need to execute this thing. First of all, what I'm doing, I'm calling this class. Okay, and I'm calling this main method. Okay, it will run this completely entire stage. Okay, that's why I'm doing, and also logging the information like stage data ingestion started. As you can see, stage name I'm calling, and whenever it will execute successfully, it will also do stage data ingestion completed. Okay, so and at the end, I'm also handling the exception. Okay, so that's the thing I'm doing. So yes, guys, this is the pipeline we have created. Now what I need to do, I need to call this pipeline inside my main.py, because this should be my entry point. Okay, if I'm not using dvc.yaml, then it should be my entry point. Okay, I will open my main.py. So first of all, I will remove this thing. Okay, first of all, I will import my data ingestion training pipeline, this class. Okay, so let me import it. So I'll copy, I'll close this thing as of now. Yeah, I'll just write from CNN classifier dot pipeline. Okay, dot stage 1 data ingestion. I'll import data ingestion pipeline. Okay, now again, what I will do, I will write the same thing only. Okay, but as you can see, I've already prepared. Okay, again, I'm naming the data ingestion stage. Okay, and inside that, what I'm doing, I'm calling this method only. Okay, and inside that, I'm calling this method only, I'm initializing this data ingestion pipeline. Okay, this one, and inside that, I have this main method. If you execute this main method, it will start your data ingestion part. Okay, see, I'm calling this main method, and again, I'm logging like this stage is completed. Okay, then I'm also handling the exception. Okay, that means entry point is ready. Now let me execute and show you whether it's working or not. Okay, so again, I will open my folder first of all. Okay, I need to delete this artifacts to check whether it's working or not. Now I'll open my terminal. Okay, now let me execute main.py. So guys, as you can see, it has started. Now it's downloading the data. Okay, that means I think it should work. See guys, it has run successfully. Now if I show you, see, it has also downloaded the data and unzipped the data. That means my modular coding is also working. Okay, so we have updated everything. And the last thing what I need to do, I have updated the main.py, dvc.yaml I need to update. But what I will do after completing all the components, okay, I will update it at the last, because see, if I update the dvc.yaml right now, okay, it won't be considered as pipeline because I only created one pipeline. Okay, so let me create multiple pipeline. Let's say data ingestion, then model trainer, model evaluation. Okay, all the components, all the pipeline. Whenever I will be end up with the implementation, then I will update this thing inside my dvc.yaml. Okay, this file. Okay, so now let's ignore this one also. Okay, let's work till this main.py only. So yes guys, our data ingestion components is working fine. Okay, this stage I have completed. So the next stage actually I'll be working on called prepare base model. Okay, because this is a classification problem statement. So first of all, I need to prepare my base model, because I already told you I'll be using transfer learning approach. Okay, here I'm going to use VG16 model, okay, from the Keras application. So this model I'll be defining, okay, with my custom layer as well. Okay, and in this project, data validation stage is not required because my data is in correct format. As you can see, if I show you my data once again, it is inside artifacts, data. See, it is inside correct format only. Okay, so data validation is not required, but if you want, you can also add data validation to check this folder whether this folder is in correct format or not. Okay, but I will be adding my data validation because I know in classification my data would be in correct format only. Okay, so data validation we add mostly inside our object detection project, okay, and NLP project, but in classification project actually it's not required. Okay, and in ML project actually we also add data validation, but here it's not required. Okay, so we'll be starting from our base model creation. Okay, so yeah guys, now let's start with our base model creation. So guys, now we can start with our prepare base model like components. Okay, that stays, but before that actually I need to commit these are the changes, because as you can see I have completed this data ingestion one. But one thing you can see, like it is also trying to like push the data. Okay, data I have inside artifacts, but I don't want to push it because it would be again like bigger size. So what I will do to ignore this thing, I will open my git ignore. Okay, and at the last actually I will add my artifacts. Okay, so that everything included, okay, inside the artifacts it would be ignore. Okay, so I'll just write artifacts. Okay, it should be artifacts, and slash star means I'll give slash stars. So that means I want to ignore everything inside artifacts. Okay, now if I save it, now we'll see this file will disappear. Okay, and only I will have this Python file. Okay, now let me change the, now what I will do, let me push these changes to my GitHub. So I'll open my terminal. Okay, so I'll clear it. I'll just write git add space dot git commit -m data ingestion completed. Okay, then I'll just write git push origin main. Yeah, it's done. Okay, now let's start with our prepare base model component. Okay, but before that actually I will do the notebook experiment. Okay, so I'll create one notebook here called 02 underscore prepare underscore base underscore model dot ipynb. Yeah, I will close these are the thing. Okay, so I'll copy paste the same thing from my previous notebook. First of all, I need to change my directory to this CNN classification, sorry, chicken dish classification folder. Okay, so let me do it, but before that let me select the kernel. Yeah, now first of all I will import OS, then if I do pwd, I'm inside research. Now let's change it. Now again if I do pwd, see I'm inside this one only. Okay, so the first thing what I need to do, I need to create the entity. Okay, but before creating entity I need to create the parameters, because this is the model actually will be preparing, right? to create the model, actually I need some parameters. Okay, as you already know, if we select this kinds of transfer learning, okay, let's say I want to select VG16. So for this, actually I also need image size, batch size, okay, and then include top is equal to false, epoch size, classes, okay, weights, ImageNet weights, then learning rate. These are the things actually I need. So those parameter, instead of hard coding in my model, okay, in my component, I'll keep it as separate, so that whenever I want to like change something, okay, I will open my params.yaml and I will change it here. Okay, it will reflect in my every code. Okay, so here I already prepared this parameters, so I'll open this params.yaml. Okay, now let me just quickly show you. So see guys, these are the parameters I need. I need augmentation. Okay, here I mentioned as true, so it will apply like runtime augmentation. And image size, okay, I'm taking 224 3. Why? Because as per the VG16 model, so if you just go to Keras application in Google, Keras application, this is the website. So here just select the model you want. Okay, let's say I am selecting VG16. Okay, I will click here. So if you just come here, you will see that input shape. Okay, now you can see here it is 224 3. Okay, so that is why if I show you my code, okay, I have taken 224 3. Okay, the model actually you are selecting, based on that, just try to select the image size. Then batch size I'm keeping as 16 because I will be training on my local machine. Okay, if you have good machine, you can increase the size. Then include top is equal to false because I want to get the pre-trained model. Okay, instead of training from scratch. Okay, I want to train my custom layer only. Okay, and epochs I have kept one just because it just because everything I just want to show you. Okay, the entire pipeline. So I'm not going to train the actual model. Okay, but for you, whenever you are training your model, just try to increase the epoch size. Okay, I just wanted to quickly show you. That's why I have kept this one. Okay, now class is equal to true. Because here I have let's say two classes. One is like our coccidiosis images, and one is like our health images, right? So I have only two classes, our coccidiosis image and coccidiosis disease and healthy image. Okay, that's why I kept two. If you have more than two classes, okay, you just need to mention here. Now weights, I will be using ImageNet weights because as you already know, image classification model is already trained on ImageNet. Okay, ImageNet dataset. Okay, and learning rate I am kept here. Okay, so these are the parameter I will be using. Now what I will do, I will open it up. And then I need to update my entity. Okay, let's update the entity. Okay, so I already prepared the entity. Let me show you. Yeah, so these are the entity I need, but before that I also need to write my config.yaml. Okay, so let me open my config.yaml. So these are the prepare base model related configuration you need. Okay, as you can see, I will be creating one folder inside artifacts called prepare base model. Inside that I will save my base model as like base model.h5. Okay, because first of all I will be downloading the VG16 model and I will save it as it is. Okay, then I will also add some custom layer at the last and I will save it. Okay, like base model underscore updated h5. Okay, if you are familiar with like image classification concepts, okay, I think you know what I'm telling. Okay, that's why I'm expecting you are familiar with okay, the basics at least. Okay, image classification basics, because after downloading the pre-trained models, actually we add some custom layer at the last. Okay, so that is why I have named this as base underscore model dot underscore updated dot h5. Okay, that's it. Now let me open that one. Now as you can see, first of all I am taking all those things here, root base model path, then updated base model. Okay, everything I'm mentioning here. Then after that I'm also taking the parameters. Okay, params image size, learning rate, include top, weights. Okay, so these are the thing I'm also taking, as you can see. Okay, from here I'm ignoring some of the thing because those parameter I need only in my prepare base model. I'm only initializing here. Okay, now let me execute it. So then I will uh, like import these are the libraries. So it's giving error because here I just need to mention utils.common. Okay, now it will work. Yeah, because I need to write my configuration, and to write the configuration I need these two packages. Now here I already prepared this configuration. So first of all I will initialize this okay, configuration file path, and I will read it. Then I will create the directory. After that I'll write my final get this one. Okay, get prepare base model config. So this is my final method. I'm doing the same thing as you can see from my previous notebook. Okay, first of all I created the root directory, then I initialize my configuration. Okay, as you can see here, and all the thing I'm mentioning here. Okay, I'm returning one by one. Okay, as you can see from parameters and my configuration itself. Then this is the return type. Okay, this is the return type I'm mentioning. Now let me execute the code. Okay guys, so it is done. Now let me see what I need to do. Okay, I need to create the component. Okay, so to create the component, first of all I need some libraries. Here if you see, I'm importing TensorFlow because I'll be calling that VG16, okay, from this TensorFlow keras. Okay, that's why. So all right, now first of all let me define one class called prepare base model. Okay, it will take prepare base model configuration, okay, as I was giving in my data ingestion also. Then the first method actually will give you the VG16 model. Okay, so this is the method. As you can see, I'm calling this VG16, okay, from this keras application, and I'm providing this these are the parameters like image size, weights, okay, and include equal to top, and this thing I'm getting from my configuration. Okay, then I'm saving that model inside it artifacts folder. Okay, then after that I'll prepare another method called prepare base model. Okay, so this is the final method. So actually basically what it will do, it will take up your VG16 model, and on top of it actually I'm adding some more custom layer, as you can see. Okay, then after that I'm creating one full model, and this model actually I'm returning. Okay, this is what actually I'm doing here. And one thing I'm also doing, as you can see, I'm freezing all the weights because and one thing I'm doing here, as you can see, I'm freezing all the layers because I want this model as a pre-trained. I don't want to train it from scratch. Okay, that's why I'm freezing all the layer. Okay, and this parameter actually you can also like play with. Like here I have given two options: freeze all. If you give freeze all, okay, is equal to like true, so it will freeze all the layer. And freeze still means like the number of layer actually you want to freeze. Okay, make freeze, so you can give any number, it will take that number. Okay, and it will freeze till that point. Okay, then learning rate and classes and okay, everything I'm providing here. Okay, so this is the method called prepare like full model, and this is a static method. I'm not adding it inside my class okay method, because I can use it from anywhere. Okay, so that is why. Now I will write the first then I will write the final method. Okay, which is nothing but our let me show you. Yeah, so this method actually will update your base, okay, base model. Basically it will take that VG16 model, and it will take that updated model. Okay, and it will take it and it will save that model inside my artifacts. Okay, and this is the save method actually I've created. Okay, so this will help you to save the model. Okay, that's it. Now let me execute. So this is a simple like keras code. Okay, as you can see, the way we define our model, the same thing I'm doing, but as in okay, but I'm writing as modular coding inside the class. Okay, I think you should be familiar with this thing. Okay, now this thing is done. Now I need to create the pipeline after components. Okay, now let me create the pipeline. So pipeline, the same thing actually, you just need to write in the types try except block. Okay, first of all you need to initialize the configuration manager. From that configuration manager you need to call that get prepare base model config, this method. Okay, then this method actually you need to pass to your this class which is nothing but prepare base model. So as you can see, I'm passing, then I'm calling get okay, this one get base model, then I'm calling update base model. Okay, update base model, then it will automatically get the model and it will save it inside artifacts. Okay, let me run and let me show you. See guys, it's done. Now if I open my artifacts, now see it has created one folder called prepare base model. Now if I open it, now see this is my base model. Okay, base model.h5, and this is my updated base model. Okay, so this is my root model, which is nothing but VG16 I downloaded from keras application, and this is our custom like layer we have added. Okay, so this model actually will be like using to train my model. Okay, so that means this notebook experiment is working fine. Now let's convert this thing as our modular coding. Okay, so to do it, first of all what I will do, I will close this thing. Okay, now the first thing I need to open my entity. Okay, because as you can see, first of all I need to configure, we have update, secret we don't have, params we have already updated, entity we need to update. Okay, so I'll open the entity folder, config entity. Okay, then I will copy the entity as it is. All right. Now after that, I will update my configuration manager. Okay. So let me update. So I'll close this thing, and configuration manager I have here, configuration.py. Now I'll copy this method as it is. Okay. I don't need to copy this thing because it is already added, as you can see. Okay. I only need that method called get prepare base model. I will copy and I'll paste it here. Okay. All right. Now I need to upload. Now what I need to do, I need to call this prepare base model config as well. So let me call it. So here what I will do, instead of calling like that, I will give one bracket. Okay, I'll call prepare base model config. Yeah, so now I think everything is fine. Yeah, the thing is fine. Now after that, what I need to do, I need to update my components. Okay, so let me update. So to update the components, I will come to the components folder. This is the components here I had. Yeah, components. Now here, let me create one file called prepare base model. Model.py. Okay, now I'll come here, copy the same code, paste it. Then I'll copy this class as it is. I'll paste it. Yeah, then I need to also import this thing. So let me import. I will copy prepare base model. Sorry. Yeah. Anything else I have? Okay. Everything is fine. I think. Okay. I need to also import the path. So let me import. I will just write from path lib. Import path. Okay. I think everything is fine now. Okay. All right. Now, after that, what I need to do, I need to create the pipeline. Okay. So let me open the pipeline. I will create another file called stage 02 prepare underscore base model dot py. Okay, I will import some library. So the same thing I'm importing my configuration and prepare base model, but need to upload it from the configuration and components prepare base model. Yeah, and logger, it's fine. Okay, now I will define in the same way. I will first of all give this stage name. Then I've defined one class called prepare base model training pipeline, and inside that I'm calling my pipeline. Okay, I define in my notebook, as you can see. This is the pipeline I'm copying and pasting the code here. Okay, here. Yeah. Now this thing I need to call inside my uh, there. Okay, so here actually I'm calling prepare base model. I'm initializing. Then inside that I'm calling this main.py. Okay, now it will, I can execute it. Okay, now to execute this thing, I will open my main.py. So first of all, I need to open import that one. So it was stage 02 prepare base model, and the class name was prepare base model training pipeline. Okay, I will open it up and replace it here. Okay, all right. Now I will write the final code of my prepare base model. Okay, the same way prepare base model, and I'm initializing it and calling my main.py. Okay, that's it. Now to test this one, okay, first of all, let me delete that artifacts. So I will open my folder. So I'll delete it. Now let me open my VS Code again, and let me open my terminal as well. Okay, now let me clear it. I will just write python main.py. So first, it will first of all start your data ingestion, because as you can see, I have mentioned the data ingestion pipeline very first. See, data ingestion started. Now it is ingesting the data inside artifacts. Okay, after that it will start with our prepare based model. See, it's done, executed successfully. Now if I open it, data ingestion, data it has ingested. Okay, as you can see, then it has also prepared the base model. Okay, that means everything is working fine. Now what I will do, let me push these changes to my GitHub. So again, I'll come here. As you can see, these are the changes I need to do. So let me push it. I'll just write git add, git commit. See guys, if you can just complete one stage, okay, other stage would be automatically complete. Okay, so everything like same stage you are following. Data, sorry, prepare base model completed. Now git push origin main. Yeah, it's done. Now if I open my GitHub, now refresh here. See guys, it has updated. Okay, so now what I will do, I will start creating my next components. Okay, or next stage, which is nothing but prepare callbacks. Okay, because as you already know, to do the classification, actually we also prepare some callbacks. Okay, so these callbacks actually helps us, okay, to do the training. Okay, so these kinds of callbacks actually we need. So yeah, so we'll be creating the callbacks. Okay, so guys, we have completed our prepare based model as well for this stage. Okay, and it is working perfectly. Even if you open the log file, okay, see every log is saved here. See all the log like is saved here, as you can see. Okay, so now what I need to do, I will start creating the next component. Okay, now what I will do, I will start creating a next component. Okay, it's nothing but prepare callbacks. Okay, because as you know, like whenever we do image classification, okay, using Keras, we also prepare some callbacks. Okay, let's say whenever you will be training your model, it will save some metadata, okay, in that callbacks folder. And even you can launch the tensor board, okay, tensor board, and you can also see the like training activity, okay, like how it was performing, okay, what was the error. You can see the graph actually, okay, at the end. So these kinds of callbacks actually I need. Even it will set even it will save, like you can say, best model, okay, after like some epochs, okay, in that callbacks folder. Okay, so this callback actually is very much needed whenever we do training. Okay, even you can also set the early stopping. Okay, let's say your model is not improving. Okay, so what it will do, it will stop the execution, okay, at that point of time. So you can use this kinds of like you can say technique in callbacks. Okay, but I will create one simple callbacks here. Okay, so after training the model, actually I will launch the TensorFlow, and I will show you like what are the logs actually it will be saving here. Okay, so what I will do, first of all, I will do the notebook experiment. Okay, so let's create one notebook here. So I will come inside research, and here let me create one notebook. I'll just name it as 03 prepare underscore callbacks. Dot ipynb. Okay, so first of all, let me select the kernel. Yeah, so I'll copy paste the same code as it is because I need to change the directory. Then if I do pwd right now, you'll see I'm inside research. Okay, now let's change it. Then if I again do pwd, see I'm inside this one. Okay, the first thing what I need to do, I need to write my config.yaml file. Okay, so I've already prepared this callbacks. So this is your prepare callbacks. So it will create another folder inside RFX called prepare callbacks, and it will create two more folder, TensorBoard logs and your checkpoint directory. Okay, so this thing actually it will create automatically. Okay, so it will also save the checkpoints. Okay, checkpoint means like after training some epochs, okay, it will save the model, okay, as a checkpoints. So if you want to stop the execution, okay, and if you want to retrain, okay, if you want to train, if you want to resume the train, okay, so it will start from there only. So this is the idea of these checkpoints. So yeah, so now I will come back to my notebook. Now here, first of all, I need to initialize the entity. Okay, so let me initialize it. So this is the entity, root directories, TensorBoard logs, and checkpoints. Okay, the same thing I'm just initializing here. So yeah, and then I need to create what? I need to create the after entity configuration manager. Okay, so to create the configuration manager, I did these two packages. I think you remember. Okay, so it should be common. Now it should work. Yeah. Now I will first of all write this class. Okay, config manager. Inside that, I will write that prepare callbacks config. Yeah. So this is the prepare callbacks config. Okay, so it is the return type. Okay, as I already mentioned here, and it will return these are the thing, as you can see. Okay, it will return these are the thing. And here I'm creating the directory. Okay, my checkpoint directory and TensorBoard log directory. Okay, and this is the path I'm returning. That's it. Now let me execute. Now what I need to do, I need to create the component. After this one, I need to create the component. So let me create the component. So to create it, first of all, I need to import them. Okay, then I'll initialize one class called prepare callbacks, and it will take your prepare callbacks configuration, and inside that I will create some of the callbacks function. Okay, so this is the default callbacks function I will be using. So I got it from TensorFlow website itself. Okay, as you can see. So first of all, it will create the callbacks. Okay, it will create one timestamp. Okay, inside that, and it will save everything inside the timestamp. Okay, so let's say you run your code. Okay, at a time. Okay, at a specific time. So it will first of all create that timestamp folder, and it will save all the logs there. Okay, and this is the checkpoints callbacks. Okay, so it will create the checkpoint callbacks, and if you want to get them, okay, so this is the method I created. So basically it will return these two things, this one and this one, these two method it will like return me. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Now what I'll do, I'll execute it quickly. Yeah, now if you want to test it, just prepare the pipeline. So this is the pipeline. As you can see, I'm calling configuration, then get prepare callbacks, and I'm passing it to here. Then I'm calling this one. Okay, now you'll see it will create the folder here. Okay, so now let me run. Yeah, it's done. Now if I open my artifacts, now you'll see there is a folder it has created called prepare callbacks. Okay, now if I open it up, now see this is the checkpoint directory and TensorBoard logs directory. Okay, now see, initially it won't be creating any timestamp and it won't save any logs because we haven't started the training. So it will only work whenever I will start the model trainer part. Okay, at that time it will start. Okay, so here first of so in this stage, actually, I'm not going to create the pipeline because pipeline is not needed for this prepare callbacks. Okay, so whenever I will create that training pipeline, okay, training components, and whenever I will initializing that training pipeline here, okay, inside pipeline folder, at that time I will call this prepare callbacks. Okay, inside the training one. Okay, so guys, this is the idea. Okay, now what I need to do, this thing is completed. So basically, what will happen? So let me show you. So see, this is one example I kept. So first of all, it will extract the timestamp, as you can see. Okay, it will extract the timestamp like that, and it will give me the timestamp. With that, I'm adding this okay, this string, and I'm printing the timestamp. Okay, see, so basically it will create the folder with this name. Okay, every time if you execute your code, okay, it will take the timestamp and it will save it. Okay, so that's how we can separate out our ran, like which time we ran our code. Okay, and what was the like callbacks. Okay, what was the, like, you can say checkpoints at that timestamp. Okay, I can save everything separately. Okay, so this is the idea. Now what I'll do, I'll convert this notebooks to our modular coding. Okay, so first of all, what I need to do, I need to update my entity, as you remember. So I'll open my entity, config entity. So to update it, first of all, let me open my notebook. So I'll remove this there, prepare callbacks here. So I'll copy this as it is. I'll mention inside my entity. Okay, now what I need to do, after entity, I need to update my configuration. So now let me open the configuration.py. Yeah, so I'll copy the configuration, this method. Yeah, I'll open it. I'll paste it after prepare callback, prepare base model. Okay, yeah, I need to call it also. So I'll copy. I'll just call it here. Okay, that's it. Now let me see everything is fine. Yeah. Okay, I also need to import OS. Okay, OS module. So I'll just write import OS. Yeah, I think now it's fine. Yeah, everything is fine. Now this thing is done. Now what I need to do, I need to create my components. Okay, so to create the components, what I need to do, just go inside components and create a file called prepare underscore callbacks dot py. Yeah. Now I'll copy the same code as it is. Copy, paste it here, and let me copy the same class. Okay, that's it. Now let me just call this one. Okay, so for this I'll copy this name, copy it till this point, prepare callbacks. Here I need to import it. Okay, now I'll just simply import this thing. Yeah, I hope everything is fine. Let me see once. Yeah, everything is fine. Okay, now we have also written the components, so I don't need to create the pipeline as I already told you, because this is this thing actually I won't be running as a pipeline. This will help me to do our training. Okay, so during training I will call this okay, this component. Now main.yml I don't need to update, and DVC also I don't need to update. Okay, so yeah, so now what I'll do, I will quickly show you that training notebook experiment. Okay, then after that we'll be implementing the training, like you can say modular coding. Okay, then we'll be calling this prepare callbacks class, okay, inside the training. Okay, and it will help me to do the training. Okay, and it will save all the callbacks inside the folder I created. Okay, inside artifacts. So guys, now what I need to do, I need to quickly let's push the changes. Okay, so I'll open my terminal. I'll just write git add. Okay, git commit -m prepare callbacks edit, sorry, edit, and I'll just write git push origin main. Okay, so it should upload. Yeah guys, I've successfully pushed. Okay, now let's start implementing our next component. So guys, now let's start with our next component, which is nothing but model trainer. Okay, because we have completed all this thing. Okay, like data ingestion, prepare base model, and prepare callbacks. Now we can start our model trainer part. Okay, but before that, let's do some notebook experiment. Okay, so I'll come in the resource folder, then I will create another file here called um, training. First of all, I'll give the number 04. Okay, training dot ipynb. Okay, yeah, I think it's fine. So here, first of all, I will select the kernel, and I will copy paste the same code from my previous notebook. Okay, now let's go back to our project folder. Okay, now if I again write pwd, yeah. So first thing what I need to do, I need to first of all update my configuration file. Okay, so let's update. So in training, actually you don't need anything, just you need the folder and the model name actually you want to save. Okay, so basically in the artifacts it will create another folder called model trainer, training. Okay, inside that it will save the model called model.h5. Okay, so this is going to be my trained model, and this model I'll be using for doing my prediction. Okay, now what I need to do, I need to prepare my entity. Okay, so let me prepare. So first thing I will define my training related entity. Okay, so this is my model trainer related entity. As you can see, I'm like returning this thing only, and with that I'm also returning like number of epochs, batch size, okay, augmentation you want to perform or not, and image size. These are the thing also I'm returning. And I already told you I'll be using prepare callbacks during training. Okay, so for this actually I will also initialize my prepare callbacks related like entity. So prepare callbacks related entity. Okay, as you can see here, I'm returning these are the path only. Okay, now yeah, let me execute. Okay, So now the next thing what I need to do, I need to create the configuration manager. Okay, so to create it, first of all, I need to import. Okay, it's giving error because here I just need to give common. Now it should work. Okay, now I will create that configuration manager class. Okay, inside that, first of all, I will define my this thing only. Okay, get prepare. So here, first of all, I will define this method only, get prepare like callbacks config. Okay, I will copy as it is. Okay, and here I will paste it. All right, and with that, I need my model trainer related configuration. Okay, so after that, I will initialize it. Yeah. So why I'm initializing it here? Because I will be using this thing during training. Okay, that's why I haven't created any pipeline separately for this. Okay, now this is my get trainer training config. Okay, and I'm returning this are the thing only. Okay, so everything is fine. Now let me execute. Okay, so now we can start writing our components. Okay, now first of all, I will import time. Then I'll initialize my this thing only, the same thing. Okay, the same components I will copy paste from here. All right, and with that I will write my training components. Okay, but before that, let me import them. Yeah, this is my training class. Okay, as you can see, so this is a simple class. I think you are already familiar with. Okay, if you have worked with Keras. So what I'm doing here, I'm initializing one class. Okay, inside that, first of all, I'm getting the model. Okay, getting the base model I prepared. Okay, updated model. Okay, from this folder, as you can see, prepare base model. This is the model I'm getting. Okay, after that, I'm generating training like and validation. Okay, data. See here, what I have the data. Okay, and it is not split it in training and like validation. Okay, so instead of doing this thing manually, what you can do, you can use Keras like train generator or you can say validation generator function. Okay, and you can do it. Okay, during runtime it is also possible. So this is what I'm doing here. As you can see, first of all, it will generate your validation. Okay, generation, and with that it will also generate your like training generator. Okay, then it will return the data. Okay, then once I got the data, I'm starting the training. As you can see in this function, I'm starting the training. Okay, as you can see, I'm calculating the step per epochs and validation steps. Okay, then like I'm passing my training data. Okay, with that I'm passing my validation data. Okay, as you can see, then I'm also initializing my epochs. Okay, how many epochs I want to train. Okay, as I already mentioned, I'm going to train just one epochs. Okay, you can increase the epochs, okay, if you want to get good model, but in this video I will show you just one epochs because I want to quickly train it. Okay, because just for demonstration purpose I have given one. Okay, now I'm also passing my callbacks. Okay, the callbacks actually I prepared. Okay, these callbacks I need to pass whenever I will initialize that callbacks, I will pass to this function. Okay, and it will take those like you can say callbacks, and it will generate the callbacks. Okay, inside my folder, and after that I'm saving the model using this method only. Okay, save model. Yeah, so yeah guys, this is the like training code. Now let me execute. Now let's create the pipeline. Okay, so the first pipeline, let me show you. Yeah, so this is the same thing. As you can see, if I come here, so this is the same pipeline. I'm just copying. First of all, I'm initializing my callbacks pipeline. Okay, so these callbacks actually, if you see, I'm passing during training. Okay, and this is my training pipeline. Okay, first of all, I'm getting training. Okay, configuration. Then after that, I'm passing this configuration to my training function, like you can say class. And after that, I'm getting the model. Then I'm also like doing the train split. Okay, as you can see, this method I'm calling. Then after that, I'm calling my train. Okay, train method, and it will start the training, and it needs the callbacks. These callbacks I'm passing here. Okay, now it will start the training. Okay, so now to verify it, now let's run it and see whether it's working or not. Okay, I'll just quickly execute. See, it found that many of images. Okay, to this folder. Now see, it has started training. Okay, epochs is running, as you can see, and this is your loss and this is your accuracy score. Okay, so let's wait. Once it is done, so you will see the model inside training folder. Okay. So guys, training is completed. As you can see, loss is very high because I just trained with one epochs. Okay, so it won't work definitely. But for you, just train with multiple epochs, you will see this loss will decrease. Okay. And now if I open this training, okay, now you'll see this model.h5 should be there, okay, in the artifacts. Okay, now let me show you. See, it is there. Now that means everything is working fine and we are able to train our model, and we are also able to save the model here. Okay, now if you want to save the log also, you can see every log, it will save here. Okay, now what I will do, I will convert this thing as our modular coding. So for this, actually, I will open my entity first of all, config entity. So here I have already initialized prepare callbacks. Now I'll just copy this one. Okay, my this is the entity, right? So prepare callbacks, I will copy this training configs just, okay, and I'll mention it here. Yeah, now I'll what I need to do, I need to update my configuration manager. So let's open the configuration, and I'll copy this method as it is. Open this configuration. After the prepare callbacks, I will mention it here. Okay, now I need to import it. Training configuration. Yeah. Now anything else I need to import? Let me see. Yeah, I think everything is fine. Okay. Now after that, I need to write my components. Okay, so what I'll do, I will come to this components folder. Now let's create one components called training. So I'll import some libraries here. Okay, then I'll copy paste this same training code from here, and I'll paste it. Yeah, I think everything is fine here. All right. Now let's create the pipeline. So I'll come to this pipeline folder, and I will create another pipeline called stage 03 training. Okay, dot pipe. Again, let's import some libraries, and the same pipeline I prepared here. Let me show you. First of all, I'm initializing the stage name. Okay, then model trainer. Inside that, I'm copy pasting the same pipeline as you can see. First of all, I'm initializing my callbacks, and after that, I'm I'm initializing my training. And one thing I just forgot to tell you, if you open up this callbacks, prepare callbacks right now, if you see checkpoint directory, okay, it has also saved the model. Okay, like the first iteration model, it is okay, and this is the TensorBoard logs. Okay, this is the TensorBoard logs you can see. Okay, now if you want to see that like TensorBoard logs, okay, so now what you need to do, just open up your terminal. Okay, now here you need to run one command called TensorBoard. Okay, so you need to pass the log directory. So I'll pass it log dir. Okay, so log dir, it is inside my artifacts. Okay, artifacts, inside I have prepare callbacks. Then inside that TensorBoard logs. Okay, now if I execute it, now you'll see it will launch that TensorBoard for me in my browser. See, it is running on the local host. Now if I press Ctrl and right click on top of it, see guys, this is the TensorBoard, it will log. Okay, see, this is the TensorBoard, you can see, and this is the log. See, I only trained one epochs, that's why you can't see any graph. So it will show you the epoch logs and epochs accuracy, everything it will show here. Okay, if you just expand it, you can go like, you can export this thing. Okay, just there are many options. Just try to click, and you can, if you want to see the graph, okay, everything you can see here. So guys, you can explore this tool. Okay, TensorBoard, and it is like pretty much good tool. You can see everything, okay, related to your training. So I'll close this window. Okay, and I will close the execution. I will just press Ctrl C from my keyboard. Okay, now what I will do, I think I was preparing this training pipeline. Okay, so the final thing I just need to write here. Okay, no, so to test this thing, actually I will open my main.py. Okay, and I will write it down here also. So I'll assign it. So here I will assign it, and I also need to import this training pipeline. Okay, so let me import. So here, yeah, I think everything is fine. Now let's test it whether it's working or not. Okay, so first of all, let me check. Okay, okay, so now let me open my terminal. But before that, I also need to delete that artifacts folder. Okay, yeah, now I'll open my terminal, also my VS Code. Okay, now I'll just write Python main.py. Okay, it's giving one error. Stage 3 training pipeline. Uh, line number 1. Okay, it should be configuration. Now I think it's fine. Components dot prepare callbacks, and as well as the training, right? So what I'll do, I'll copy the same thing. It should be training. Now I'll import the training here. Okay, now I think it should work. Now let me test it again. I'll open my terminal and execute it again. Again, it's giving error. It's telling module. Okay, training.py line number 1. Okay, so let me open training.py line number 1. Okay, it should be config entity. Now let me test it again. Yeah, guys, now it's working. Now it has started like our data ingestion. Okay, let's wait. See, guys, it has started the training. That means everything is working fine as of now. Let's wait. Okay, it's done. Training is completed. Now if I show you my artifacts, okay, now see everything is there. Okay, that means everything is working fine. Okay, now you can launch the tensor board. Okay, I showed you the command, I think. Okay, and you can verify it. Now what I will do, I will quickly just push the changes. So I'll just write git add. Okay, then git commit -m training added, git push origin main. Okay, it's done. Now I will start with our next component, okay, which is nothing but our last component, which is nothing but model evaluation. Okay, because we have trained the model, now we also need to do the evaluation. Okay, like to check this loss and accuracy. So before that, I will do the notebook experiment. So guys, now let's start with our next component, which is nothing but model evaluation. Okay, so before that, let me do the notebook experiment. So I will create one notebook here called 05 model evaluation. Maybe. Okay, so I'll select the kernel and let me do the same thing I always do. Okay, now I need to So now I need to change my configuration, but in evaluation, actually, I don't need any configuration. Okay. I won't be using any configuration, so I don't need to write it. So what I will do, I will directly, first of all, import TensorFlow. Okay. After that, I will load my model from my artifacts folder. As you can see, inside artifacts, I have training. Okay. This is the model H5 I'm loading. Okay. Then after that, I will define my evaluation configuration. Okay. So this evaluation configuration, basically, here I'm taking the path of the model training data. Okay. Like all params, image size and batch size. Okay. This thing you need to do the evaluation. And after that, I will import this at the library. So here basically I'm also importing the save JSON because I want to save those metrics as JSON format. Okay. That is why. Okay. I just need to give common here. All right. Now I'll prepare the configuration manager. So this is the configuration manager, and this is my get validation configuration, and the same thing I'm just returning, as you can see. Okay, the same thing I'm returning. All right. So this is my model and this is my data. Okay, I'm returning this thing. Now let me execute. Okay. Now I need this package. Okay, and this is my final evaluation class. Okay, as you can see here. So basically, it will again generate validation generator. Okay, then it will load the model, then it will do the evaluation. Okay, and it will save the evaluation metrics. Okay, that's it. I'm just only saving my loss and accuracy metrics. Okay, it's just in format. Yeah. Now let me run it and show you whether it's working or not. Okay, so this is the pipeline. Let me run. See, first of all, it will take those images, testing images. Okay, on top of that, it is doing the evaluation. And it will save one matrix here called scores.json. Okay, now as you can see, this is the matrix. So this is your loss and this is the accuracy, and I can't call like this model is pretty good because I only trained one epochs. Okay, so that's how actually you can get the evaluation matrix. Okay, now what I will do, I will convert this thing as our modular coding. So let me do it. So what I will do, I'll first of all write my entity. So what I will do, I'll open the entity, config entity. I'll copy this entity as it is. Okay, now after that I need to write my configuration manager. So let me write it. So I'll copy, open the configuration.py. I'll mention it here. Okay, now I need to import it as well. Okay, anything left? Yeah, I think everything is fine. Yeah. So here, instead of mentioning this thing like that, what you can do, you can import path library. So from path lib, okay, import path. So I'll copy this because if you remember in constant, actually we did the same thing. We mentioned this thing in the path path class. Okay, so I'll do it in similar way. So I'll come here and here I will write path and I'll mention it. Okay, the same thing I will do it here. Okay, now I think yeah, I can handle this Windows path. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll prepare my components. Okay, so I'll come to my components and here I will create one components called evaluation. Okay, and I will copy paste the same component I created here. Okay, now I'll copy paste it. Okay, so everything is fine. Now what I will do, I'll write the pipeline. Okay, I will come inside pipeline and stage 04 evaluation pipe. Okay, so let me write it. I'll import these are the libraries and configuration. Now components evaluation. Yeah, yeah, I think everything's fine. Now let me just define my evaluation pipeline. Okay, this is the same pipeline I define here. Okay, as you can see. Yeah, so I think everything is fine. Now let's update our main.py as well. Okay, so here first of all I will import my evaluation pipeline, then I will initialize my evaluation stage. Okay, that's it. Now let me test it whether it's working or not. Okay, so what I will do, I'll open my folder. I will remove these artifacts. Again, let's open it and open my terminal. Okay, now let me run it. So Python. Okay, I also need to delete this code.json because it will be generated. Okay, so now let me open my terminal and Python main.py. So guys, it has started. Let's wait. Okay, so see guys, training has started. Okay, now let's wait. Okay, and training is done. Now it will start the evaluation. Okay, now it will generate that JSON file metrics.json. Okay, yeah, score.json is there. Okay, now everything is working fine. As you can see, if you check all the stages, okay, it is running fine. So guys, we have successfully completed all the components. Okay, yeah, data ingestion to evaluation. Now what I need to do, I will prepare this dvc.yaml. Okay, because now all the pipeline is ready. Now I can integrate all the pipeline with our dvc. Okay, and I will show you what is the advantage of dvc. Okay, if you are using dvc, because see, whenever I'm running man.py, okay, it is running all the stages, okay, one by one, all the stages one by one, although my data is present in my data ingestion, but still it is running. Okay, and it is taking lots of time. But let's say if you want to save that time and if you want to track your pipeline, like which pipeline it has already ran and it has generated the artifacts. Okay, so this kinds of tracking actually you can do using dvc.yaml. Okay, using dvc. So this pipeline I will initialize inside my dvc.yaml, and whenever I will run that dvc, you will see it will track the pipeline. Okay, and if you have run one time of your code, if it is generated that artifacts already, so it won't be running the same pipeline again and again. Okay, so that is the advantage I will show you. Then after that, what I will do, I will write my prediction pipeline, because training pipeline is completed. Now to do the prediction, I also need the prediction pipeline. Okay, I'll prepare this thing. So guys, now let's start writing our dvc file. Okay, so I will open this dvc.yaml, and here I will try to integrate all the pipeline. Okay, one by one. So guys, dvc commands are like very easy. Okay, if you open up your YAML file, it will look similar like that. Okay, so let me show you like how I prepared the call, like you can say commands. So first of all, I will copy for my data ingestion. Okay, so the first thing you need to initialize the stage. Okay, so stage means what? Like your pipeline. Okay, which pipeline you want to run. Let's say if I click on my pipeline, so this is my first pipeline. Okay, stage 01 data ingestion. That's why I have given my pipeline stage name as data ingestion. Inside that, I'm executing one command. Okay, like see, this is the same command we run actually from our terminal also, like Python. It is inside src. Okay, then it is inside CNN classifier, then it is inside pipeline, and this is the file actually I want to execute. Okay, if I open this file, see, it will execute this file, and if you're executing this file means you are running your data ingestion. Okay, stage. So that is what I'm doing here. So first of all, I'm running my data ingestion stage, and it is depending upon like some file. So guys, as you can see, it is depending upon this file itself only. Okay, so guys, whenever you are defining like dependency, okay, so you need to provide this file as dependency. Okay, see, I'm running this file data okay, ingestion, and it is depending upon this file only. Okay, let's say if this file is missing here, okay, so it won't be running. That's why I'm giving the dependency here. and it is also depending upon the configuration. Okay, so see, this is the configuration I have. So basically it needs some configuration to start the data ingestion. If I show you, okay, see, this is the data ingestion related configuration. So if this file is missing, then again it won't be starting. That's why it can be another dependency. Okay, so that's how you need to figure out like what kinds of dependency you have to execute that file. Okay, and these are the thing you need to mention here. Okay, so I only have these two dependency for this data ingestion. That's why I have initialized here. Now what it will generate after running, it will generate your chicken pickle image in the artifacts folder. So that is what I am like initializing here, artifacts. Inside data ingestion, it will generate this chicken pickle image. Okay, so this is what it will generate. That's it. Okay, so this was for our data ingestion stage. Now let's prepare for our model, prepare based model. Okay, so let me show you. So guys, this is the stage for our prepare based model. So if you just see your pipeline, so our second stage was prepare based model. Okay, so basically, first of all, I am executing this file. As you can see, src cnn, okay, pipeline, stage 0 to prepare based model. Then again, it is depending upon this file itself. Okay, then again, it needs configuration. Okay, then also needs some parameter. Okay, see, if you are preparing your base model, okay, I think you remember, if I uh, open my configuration, whenever you are preparing the base model, or let me open the entity. So entity would be better option to learn. See, prepare base model. See, again, it needs some parameter like image size, learning rate, include top, weights, classes. Okay, so if I show you, these are the thing I'm adding here: image size, include top, classes, weight, learning rate. Okay, so these parameters also it needs, okay, to execute that file. So that is what it can be dependency. Okay, it can be. So this file would be dependent upon these are the parameter, and what it will generate. Okay, it will generate inside artifacts called prepare base model. Okay, as you can see, prepare base model it will generate. Okay, so that is what I'm doing. Very simple. Okay, now let's copy the third one, which is nothing but our training stage. Okay, yeah, so this is the training stage, guys. So again, I'm running this training.py, as you can see. Okay, then again, it is depending upon this training itself. Then it is also depending upon your prepare callbacks. Okay, because before starting the training, you need the base model. Okay, so that is why it is depending upon that file, and again, it needs the configuration, and it also needs the data. Okay, see, whenever you are starting the training, that means you are also picking up the data from the artifacts. Okay, that is why I'm giving artifacts data ingestion chicken pickle image. Okay, these images actually it needs. Then again, it needs the prepare base model. Okay, as you can see, inside prepare base model. Okay, it needs that model. Okay, that's why I'm initializing here, and also it needs some parameter. Okay, if you open up your let's say config entity training, if you come to the training one, okay, again you can see it needs some parameter. Let's say epoch batch size. Okay, you can see epoch batch size. Okay, augmentation, these are the parameter it needed. Then so these are the parameter it's needed. Okay, now what it will generate, it will generate the like model.h5 file. Okay, inside training. Okay, as you can see. Okay, so this is the simple stage. Now the last stage is our evaluation. Okay, yeah, so always remember you need to give the pipeline in order to order. Okay, step by step. Let's say data ingestion, then prepare base model, then okay, training, then evaluation, like that. If you're giving randomly, then it will work randomly. Okay, so that's why we actually control our pipeline using DVC. Okay, and we also track the pipeline using DVC. Okay, now this is the evaluation. Again, I'm running the evaluation.py, and it is depending upon evaluation itself. Then config its need. Also it needs the image. Okay, as you can see, and to the evaluation, it also needs the model. Okay, then again it needs some parameter. Okay, if you open up this one, so it needs these two parameter. So these two parameter I'm assigning here, and it will generate metrics. Okay, as you can see, it will generate metrics.json. Okay, so that is what I'm also initializing here. So yes guys, this is your simple dvc.yaml file. Now to initialize DVC, actually, okay, if you want to run the DVC, okay, if you want to execute this pipeline using DVC, so you need to do some of the thing. Okay, so let me show you like how we can execute, okay, using DVC this pipeline. Okay, so for this, actually, what I will do, I will open up my terminal. Okay, I will open up my terminal. So make sure whenever you are using DVC, you are using Git. Okay, with that, because DVC runs on top of Git. Okay, so I already initialized Git for me. So to verify it whether you have initialized Git or not. So you will see that file .git file. Okay, it should be present. Okay, otherwise it won't work, because from very scratch we are committing our code. So that's why this file would be present in my folder. Okay, so now I will create the terminal. So the first thing to initialize the DVC, what you need to do, you just need to write the command DVC init. Okay, DVC init. Now let me execute. So guys, if you run this thing, so it will generate some of the files called .dvc ignore. Okay, and this .dvc folder. Okay, as you can see on top of that. So we have successfully initialized our DVC. Okay, now what I need to do, I will start the pipeline, but before that, let's delete the artifacts. Okay, I have in my project folder. Okay, I will remove it. Okay, I will show you the magic, like why I'm using DVC. Okay, why it's better than your main.py. Now let me clear. Now, if you want to execute the pipeline, okay, one by one, so you just need to write the command called dvc repro. Okay, repro. So it should be repro. Okay, like that. So now if I execute this command, you will see it will start the pipeline one by one. Okay, so now let me execute. And guys, it will track everything. See, it has, first of all, start as running data ingestion. Okay, see, stays running stays data ingestion, and see, data is being ingested. And with that, actually, it is also tracking the like pipeline. Okay, which pipeline it is running. Okay, and if you do some changes in that pipeline, again it will run that pipeline. And if you are not doing any changes, it will skip that pipeline. I will show you. Okay, see, one by one it is running all the stages. Okay, as you can see, now prepare base model is running. Now it's done. So guys, as you can see, it's throwing one error called this prepare callbacks is not found. Okay, win error. So let me see that one. Okay, so here actually I was defining prepare callbacks. Okay, so if you see the name, okay, it should be callbacks, guys. Okay, but I have given callback, so that's the issue. So name should be correct. Okay, don't do the spelling mistake, otherwise it will throw error definitely. Okay, now let me execute that one again, dvc repro. Okay. So guys, now it has started the training, and you can see it has already ran that data ingestion. That's why it's telling didn't change. Okay, skipping this stage. Again, it is skipping prepare like base model. Okay, this stage also. Now directly it is jump on the training one. Okay, see, it's running the training. So that is the advantage of DVC. Okay, although I have executed all the pipeline together, but it has skipped. Okay, because it know the information like data ingestion and prepare base model is run successfully, then I don't need to run it again. Okay, because artifacts is there as well. Okay, that is the advantage. Okay, I'll show you. Let it run first of all. See, it's done. Now we'll see after running this one, it will generate some of the file called dvc.log. If you open the dvc.log, it will save all the metadata related of your run. Okay, see which file, okay, which stage actually it run, every information it will save here. Even it will also save the size of that file. Okay, size of that artifacts file, everything it will save. Okay, so using that dvc.log file, it can track your pipeline, like which pipeline you ran. Now you can see inside artifacts folder, it has generated everything. Okay, as you can see, everything is there. Okay, that means our pipeline ran successfully. Now let's say if I want to run it again. Okay, let me open that terminal. Okay, if I again run my dvc repro command, see, it will skip all the pipeline. See, it hasn't run anything. It has skip all the, like, you can say, pipeline. Okay, but let's say if I run my main.py, okay, now you'll see, although I have everything present, okay, inside my artifacts, okay, everything appended, but you will see it will again start running the pipeline. See guys, it is running all the pipeline. Okay, see, it has started training and everything, it is running. So that means what you are doing, if you are using main.py, okay, if you're not using dvc, so it's not able to track your pipeline. Okay, like whether it has run or not. Okay, although you have run executed, you have everything, but it will again train your model from very scratch. Okay, and it will take some time. Again, it needs a computational power. Okay, so but to track this, like you can say, pipeline, track this execution, if you're using dvc, so you can skip these are the okay, issue. See, it has executed everything from scratch again. But let's say if I want to run DVC repro command, see, it will skip everything. See, it's skipping everything. Okay, didn't change anything, it's skipping. Okay, but let's say what I do, if I delete that data ingestion from this artifacts, okay, now what you will see, what it will do, let's see. Okay, if I remove it, now if I again run my DVC repro command, you will see the magic. Okay, so it will only run the data ingestion, okay, pipeline. It will only run the data ingestion pipeline. You'll see data ingestion, it changed. That's why it has run the data ingestion and it has ingested the data. Okay, as you can see, and everything it has skipped. Okay, if I again show you, everything it has skipped. Okay, so that's how actually you can track your pipeline. Okay, that is the advantage of this DVC. Okay, now if you want to see the pipeline, like how it is being created, now just run the command called dvc dot dag, dvc space dag. Okay, dvc space dag. Now we'll see the graph. Okay, now as you can see, data ingestion is depending upon, okay, your training and evaluation. Okay, and prepare based model is only depending upon your training. Okay, and training is depending upon your data ingestion, evaluation. Okay, again the evaluation is depending upon your training and data ingestion. Okay, that's how you can see the relationship, okay, of all of your like components you have created, all of the stages you have created, okay, all of the pipeline you have created. Okay, so this is pretty much good tool, okay, to track your pipeline, to track your, you can say, stage. Okay, but you can also use DVC to, you can say, do the experiment as well. Okay, but I'm not using for the experiment purpose. Okay, I'm using for, like, you can say, my pipeline management. Okay, if you want to learn more about DVC, just visit the website. Okay, so if you just come to Google and just write DVC, okay, DVC. So this is the website, guys. This is the documentation, and it is pretty much good documentation. Okay, I referred this documentation and I learned like many things from here. You can see the installation guideline. Okay, everything it has, like how to install like on Windows, and see, these are the command we ran, right? So everything you can see and you can learn about like the DVC. Even it has blog. Okay, and if you search about DVC, you will get some videos as well. Okay? You can learn about DVC if you want to deep dive in. Okay, but for this project I will be only using for my for my pipeline management. Okay, so yes guys, this is the DVC part. I think it's clear. Okay, now yeah, so what I will do, I will quickly push these changes to my GitHub. Then after that I will write my prediction pipeline. So let me open, I will create the terminal. I'll just write git. See, if you don't want to use the terminal, if you're using VS Code, so left hand side you have option source control. Okay, now here actually you can give the commit message as well. So DVC added. Okay, now if you just click on commit, it will do the commit. Okay, now if you just sync changes, so it will push the code. It may ask for the authentication with your GitHub. You just give the authentication, it will work. Okay, now it's done. Now if you want to see your remote like GitHub, just click here. So it will launch that GitHub for you. Okay, see, this is the GitHub, and see DVC added. Okay, I have committed everything. Okay, that means it's working perfectly for me. Now what I will do, I will start writing my prediction pipeline. Okay, so let's start writing our prediction pipeline. So guys, to write the prediction pipeline, in the pipeline folder I will create another file called prediction, or let's say predict. Okay, predict.py. Okay, now here first of all I will import some of the libraries I need. Okay, then after that I will initialize one prediction pipeline class. Okay, so it will take like the file name, like it will take the image name. Okay, like the image you will be sending from the, like you can say, browser, that image it will take and it will do the prediction on top of it. So in that I will initialize one method called predict. Okay, see, first of all it will load the model. Okay, this is the model.h5 I have in my artifacts, as you can see. Okay, this model it will load. After that it will also load the file. Okay, you will uploading that file. First of all it will load. Okay, using that image I am importing from Keras. Then it will convert it to NumPy array. Then it will expand the dimension. Okay, then it will do the prediction. See, this is the model I have initialized. It will do the prediction, and this is the predicted results. Okay, and if this predicted result equal 1, okay, that means 1 equal to healthy chicken and 0 equal to coccidiosis like affected chicken. Okay, so that is the encoding I have done. So if it is 1, that means it's a healthy chicken. Okay, it will return as healthy. And if it is like 0, okay, then that means it's a coccidiosis affected chicken. Okay, so that is what this is the simple like Python class I have written. Okay, now what I will do, I will write my final app.py. Okay, there actually I will be integrating with my with my like you can say web app. Okay, so we'll be creating the web app there. So to create it, I will create one file here called app.py. Okay, so first thing I will import again some of the libraries here. So here I will be using Flask, okay, to create the web application. Now yeah, so Flask I'm importing, then OS I'm importing, then Flask cores I'm importing, and utils.commons I'm also importing decode image. Okay, as you can see, I created some function right. Okay, so basically it will first of all decode the image whenever you will upload from the, like you can say, web app. Okay, it will decode the image, okay, to the base64 string, and that base64 string again it would be encode, okay, in the backend. Okay, and to encode it, actually to launch that HTML page, you need to write this HTML code inside your template folder. So I think you remember we created template, okay, folder. Inside that we have index.html. Okay, let's open it up. So guys, you don't need to understand any HTML code. So this is the basic HTML code actually I just collected, okay, from the Bootstrap website. If you search about Bootstrap, okay, Bootstrap in Google, so you will see one website. Okay, so you can also download the template. Okay, let's say you want some HTML code template. See, everything you have, just copy the code and you can use it. Okay, you just need to modify it and you can use it in your code. If you like don't know how to write HTML code, it's completely fine. I will share this template with you. You can use this template in your every project. Okay, no issue with that. So this will basically launch that web page. Okay, I think I showed you the demo, right? And it will take the image, okay, from that web page. Now let me close it up. Yeah, so I've already written the HTML code. Yeah, so and after that what I'm doing, I'm also importing my predict, okay, this prediction pipeline class from my prediction pipeline I created here. Okay, so this is what I'm doing here. Now what I will do, I will initialize my Flask first of all. So this is my Flask, I will initialize. Then after that I will create one class called client app. Okay, so basically whatever image you will like pass, okay, as input, it will save as input image.jpg format. Okay, now here I'm initializing my prediction pipeline. Now I will create 3 route here. One is our default route. So if you just hit that route, by default, if you know Flask, so by default if you give slash, okay, it will launch that HTML page. Okay, this is the home page I'm like expecting. Then I will give another route called train, okay, slash train. So if you give slash train, so it will start the training. Okay, and here I'm executing my main.py. Okay, instead of that you can also execute your dvc, okay, dvc.yaml also. Just write dvc repro. Okay, here this command would be changed. So if you just write dvc repro, so it will use your dvc to track the pipeline, to run the pipeline. And if you are not using dvc, okay, you can directly run the main.py, so it will start the pipeline. Okay, but just for simplicity I have given like main.py. Okay, but if you are also doing experiment with dvc, you can give dvc repro here. Okay, the same command I showed you there. Okay, and once training is done, it will return training successful. Now I will keep my prediction route as well. So this is the prediction route. If you go to the predict route, okay, so again it will take the image from the web app, then it will decode the image. Okay, then after that I'm calling my classifier.predict, okay, this method. Okay, and I'm passing the image here, as you can see. Okay, and it will return what? It will return you that like output. Okay, that output I'm JSONifying and I'm returning to my web page. Okay, that's it. Now I need to initialize my host and port as well. Yeah, so yes guys, this is the simple web app we have created. Now let me execute and let me show you whether it's working or not. Okay, so what I will do, I will open my terminal. So here let me write Python. Now instead of main.py, you just need to launch app.py. What is the port I have given here? As you can see, it is port number 8080. Okay. Now if it is asking for this kinds of window, just click on allow access. Okay, now see this is running. Now just open up any browser. Okay, and search localhost port number 8080. Okay, if you search it, see, you will see this kinds of window. Okay, this is our, so guys, this is our web application. Now let's upload any image. See, this is a coccidiosis, like this is affected chicken fecal. Okay, so it is able to classify. Okay, so to classify it, make sure you have that artifacts present. Okay, this artifact is present, otherwise it won't work because it is taking the model from here. Okay, so this was for our prediction. Now let's say if you want to train your model from that UI, so what you need to do, again, just remove that artifacts from here. So let me open my folder and I will remove that artifacts. Okay, now again, let's open our browser. And here again, refresh the page. Okay, now here just give /train. See, it has started the training. Now if you want to see, just open up your terminal. See, it has started the training. Okay, and you can see it will again generate that artifacts folder. See, artifacts is generated. Okay, see, it's downloading the data. Okay, now see, let's wait. Okay, that's how from the like you can see UI itself, you can also do the training. Let's say you have like deployed this project and I don't know any coding. Okay, so what I will do, I will come here and train my model. Okay, see, it has started the training. So this is running basically my main.py. I haven't added my DVC repro command here. Okay, but if you want, you can also add the DVC repro command instead of main.py. Now see, it's doing the evaluation. See, training is done. Now it's telling training done successfully. Now if I open my project, okay, now you'll see all the artifacts has been generated, as you can see. Okay, everything, even this score.json is also there. Okay, that means everything is working fine, guys. I have completed everything, I think. Yeah, so now this project is ready to deploy. Okay, so now let's commit the changes as well, because I didn't commit. So I'll stop the execution. So I'll use the here, okay, to commit my changes. So here I will just write user app and prediction edit. Okay, then I will sync the changes. You can also do it from the terminal, okay, as we do easily. Then if I open my remote repository, see guys, this is my last commit. Okay, that means everything is working fine. Now this project is ready to deploy. Okay, so now what I will do, I will first of all show you the AWS deployment. Okay, how we can perform the deployment in our AWS cloud. Then after that, I will show you the Azure deployment as well. Okay, so guys, now let's start with our AWS deployment. So guys, I have already updated this README file, as you can see, like how to run this project. Okay, so I have like added all the steps. Okay, as you can see. So it is better practice just also update your README file, so that whenever you are giving this project to anyone, or let's say you are referring this project after 1 year, okay, so you will be able to see still like what are the things actually you need to follow to execute this project. Okay, so all the steps I have added here. Even I have also added a DVC command, and this is the AWS deployment steps actually I have also added, like how to do the like AWS deployment, CI/CD deployment. Okay, all the steps and all the commands. Okay, I will be using. I have attached here everything. Okay, so I'll refer this like you can say README file, and I will try to do the deployment. Okay, so what I will do, I will go to my code. Yeah, so before doing the deployment, as I already told you, I'll be following like CI/CD deployment. So first of all, actually I need to create a Docker file. Okay, because I want to like make a Docker image of our source code, then, and I will be using that Docker image. Okay, for the deployment purpose. Okay, so basically first of all, I will be doing the Dockerization, okay, of our entire code. Then that Docker image I will try to deploy. Okay, so this is the best practice, and this is a production grade deployment. Okay guys, I'm going to show you. So now what I will do, I will remove these are the unnecessary thing. Okay. So first of all, here I will create one file called docker file. So let me create. Okay, docker file. So here you need to initialize some of the docker commands. So let me show you. See guys, these are the command actually you need to keep here. So here actually I was using, I think, Python 3.8. Yeah. So first of all, it will get Python 3.8 Slim Buster image. Okay. If you're familiar with Docker concept, I think you know, okay, what is this image and all. Okay. But if you don't know, it's completely fine. Just try to add these. These are the command. Okay. Basically, this command will help you to make your like source code at Docker image. Okay. Then what I'm doing, I'm running apt update command. Basically, I'm updating my apt package manager. Okay. Then I'm also installing my AWS CLI because I'll be using AWS, okay, for the deployment. And to do the deployment, actually, I need the AWS CLI, okay. So this thing actually I'm also installing, okay. Then after that, I'm creating one directory called /app, and I'm copying all the code inside the /app folder, okay, app folder. Then I'm installing the requirements, okay. As you can see, these are the requirements actually I need to install, okay. That's why I'm installing the requirements, okay. Then after that, I'm executing Python 3. Then after that, actually, I'm executing the last command, Python 3 app.py, okay. Basically, your endpoint, okay. So basically Python 3, why you are giving, because it would be a Linux machine, and there actually you need to specify the Python version actually you want to use. Okay, so that is what I'm doing here. Yeah, so this is our simple Docker file we have prepared. Now I need to write that CI/CD, okay, YAML file here. So before that, let me create one file here called main.yaml. Okay, so this file will help me to do the CI/CD deployment. Then I will remove this .gatekeep file here. This is not required. Okay. Now it will contain all the CI/CD related command. Okay, everything it will contain. So let me show you. So this is the YAML file I prepared. Okay, see, you don't need to change anything here. Just use it as template. Okay, you can use it in your every project. Okay, every project you can use it. Only what you need to do, only you can change the name of your project. As you can see, this is the name of my project. Okay, CNN CLS. Okay, that means CNN classifier I have given here. Let's say if you want to specify your project there, okay, you just change the name. Okay, everywhere whenever you will see the CNN CLS, just change the name. Okay, otherwise you can keep it as it is. Okay, it will work fine for you. Okay, so don't change anything, it will work. So first of all, let me tell you briefly about this YAML file. Basically, I'm starting the workflows. Then whenever you are committing your code in the main branch, okay, it will look for the commit, and it will ignore if you are committing anything in readme file. Okay, it will ignore that commit. Okay, basically, see, when our code will run, okay, what is CI/CD means if I commit my code in my GitHub, it will automatically start my actions. Okay, then after that, it will automatically pick the code and it will deploy it to my cloud instance. Okay, and it will run my app there. Okay, so that is called CI/CD deployment. Okay, everything should be automated. Okay, so let's say if you're updating something in readme file, that's why. So what you are doing, actually, you are not updating anything in your code. Okay, you are not changing the feature. That's that. So at that time, actually, it will ignore that action. Okay, it will ignore the CI/CD at that time because I have only changed my readme file. Okay, that is why. Then I'm giving the permission, read write permission, and after that, I'm starting the jobs. Okay, first of all, your data, sorry. So first of all, your continuous integration will run. As you can see here, I'm just doing some like echoing operation. You can add some unit test or let's say integration test here. Okay, if you're adding testing with your code as well, you can do it, but you can keep it as it is. Then after that, what I'm doing, I'm running my continuous delivery. Okay, after continuous integration, it will run the continuous delivery. Inside continuous delivery, what I'm doing, first of all, I'm authenticating with my AWS account. Then, as you can see, it will take this secret key access key from your secrets. Okay, I will tell you like how to add it. Then after that, I'm logging with my ECR. That means Elastic Container Registry. And there, first of all, I'm building my Docker image. And after building the Docker image, I'm logging with my ECR. Okay, then I'm pushing my Docker image to my ECR repository. Okay, then after that, it will run the continuous deployment. Okay, in continuous deployment, I'll launch one self-hosted runner. Okay, and it will again authenticate with your AWS account. It will log in with the ECR. It will pull that image from the ECR and it will run inside your EC2 machine. Okay, then as you can see, I'm running the Docker image here. Okay, so this is a simple YAML file I created. Okay, and this 3 line I've commented out because by default there won't be any container running, so that's why you need to comment it out, because if you're uncommenting, so what will happen, it will look for any running container. Okay, and if it is not there, it will throw error. Okay, so whenever you will push the second time, at that time you just need to uncomment this line, uncomment this 3 line, okay? Because second time you will have the Docker container running, okay, in that instance. So that is why. So this is the simple YAML file I have created. Now we are ready for the deploy, okay? So first of all, I will follow that same instruction I have given in the README file. Yeah, first of all, what you need to do, you need to log in with your AWS console, okay? So what I will do, I will again make a copy of this same repository. Yeah, so that I can refer this from here, okay? And I will perform everything here, okay? So the first thing what I need to do, I need to log in with my AWS console, okay? I have already logged in with my AWS console. There actually, first of all, I need to create one IAM user, okay? That means identity access management user, okay? Because I don't want to give all the permission, okay? All the services, okay, to this user. I only want these two services, these two policy, okay? Amazon ECR registered full access and EC2 full access, okay? These two service I need. So what I will do, I will come here and search for IAM, okay? So just open IAM. Okay, now left hand side you can see users, okay? I will click on users, and here I need to create one users, okay? I'll just click on add users. Just give the username. So in this case I will give let's say it's a chicken, okay? Chicken project, so that's why I will give chicken, okay? You can give any name, like full project you can also give, it's fine. Now I'll click on next. Okay, after that here you will see one option called attach policies directly, okay? I will click here. Now here you can add the policies, okay? What are the policies you need? I have already given, just copy one by one. I need that access. I'll search it here, so it will give me that. I will select it, okay? After that I will just remove it, okay? Then again I will come here, I'll select the second one and I will search for it. I'll give the permission, okay? After that I'll just click on next. Now you can see these two permission I have given, okay? Now what I need to do, I need to just simply click on create users. Okay, so chicken user has been created, I think. Yeah, now I'll click on these users. There I will see one option called security credential, okay? I'll click here. Then here you can see access secret keys, okay? Now I'll just create access keys. It should be command line interface, and I will click on I understand above policies, okay? Then I will click on next, okay? Then just ignore it, okay? You don't need to give anything. Create access keys, okay? Now these are access keys and secret access keys, okay? Just download as CSV file and keep this file, okay? Because we need this file later on, okay? So that means we have successfully created our like you can say IAM user, okay? And we got the secret access keys and access keys, okay, to authenticate with my AWS account using command line interface, okay? Yeah, it's completely fine. Now what I need to do, I already created IAM user. First of all, let me tell you like this deployment steps actually I am be following. As I already told you about the deployment stage. First of all, we'll be building our Docker image of our source code. Then I'll push that image, okay, to my ECR, that means the container registry. Then I will launch the EC2 machine. Then I'll pull that ECR image, okay, from my EC2 machine, and I will launch my Docker image, okay, in the EC2 machine. Okay, this is the simple deployment steps I'll be following. Okay, now what I need to do, I need to create the ECR repository. Okay, so what I'll do, I will come here, click on home, and search for ECR. Okay, ECR. So you'll see Elastic Container Registry is there. I'll click here. Okay, now you just click on get started. Okay, and here what you need to do is just keep it as private repository, and see, if you go to repository here, you might see this kinds of window as well. If you're seeing this kinds of window, just click on create repositories. Okay, now it should be private. Now give the name. I will give chicken. Okay, then everything should be default, and I will click on create repositories. Okay, see, chicken repository has been created successfully. Now what I need to do, I need to just copy this URI, okay, and I'll keep it safe, okay, in my project. So I'll open the readme, and somewhere I think created this URI, okay, create ECR repo and save it, okay, store it. So I'll just replace it with that, okay, because I'm keeping everything, okay, because this thing I stored here because I need it later on, okay, that's why I stored here. Okay, I just stored for the reference. Okay, you can also restore, you can open up any txt file, you can store it, otherwise you can also store it in your readme file, it's fine. Okay, then what I need to do, I need to I have already created EC here. Then I need to create the EC2 machine. Okay, so I'll come back, click on home. Okay, now here I will search for EC2. Okay, EC2. So EC2 is a virtual so EC2 is nothing but it's a virtual server. Okay, it will give you. So here actually you can launch any virtual machine. Okay, Ubuntu, Windows, Linux, these are the machine. So here I will click on launch instance and launch instance. Okay, yeah. So give the name of your instance. So I'll give chicken machine. You can give any name and I will select Ubuntu. Okay, yeah. Now let's say whenever you are creating any deep learning project, at that time you need GPU. Okay, so if you want, you can select GPU instance. Okay, as you can see, it has also GPU instance. Okay, as you can see, deep learning AMI GPU TensorFlow PyTorch. So let's say I'm using TensorFlow in this project, so you can launch this instance. Okay, TensorFlow 2.0. This is the GPU we'll got here. Okay, as you can see, all the configuration they have written here. So you can launch these are the instance so that your training will be fast. Okay, but let's see if you only want to do the prediction at that time, you can launch a simple instance. Okay, instead of DPU, the default instance. Okay, you already have here, as you can see, this is the default instance. Okay, SSD volume type. So I won't be selecting any GPU instance because it will charge me a lot. I'm expecting you will have the free account mostly. Okay, so I will show you the deployment process. Okay, later on whenever you are deploying your project, okay, as a actual, at that time you can go with this GPU instance. Okay, if you have money. So I'll keep it as default, and here I need to select the instance type. So I'll take T2 large. Okay, at least I need 8 GB memory. 8 GB memory I think I need, or let's say 16 GB memory actually at least I need, because it's a deep learning project. I will select T2 X large. Okay, this machine. And you need to select some key pair. Okay, if you don't have any key pair, you can create it. Just click here to create and give any name. Let's say I'll give chicken. Okay, key pair when you need, let's say if you want to access your machine, okay, using any third party, you can say command line tool, let's say Mobile Extreme or Putty. At the time you need this .pm file. Okay, but I won't be using this one. I have already created. Okay, and I have selected chicken. Now here everything would be default, and select this two thing. Okay, allow HTTPS and HTTP, and here you need to select the storage size. Okay, so here I will take at least 32 GB. Okay, yeah, then I will launch the instance. Okay, it's done. Now I'll click on view all instance. See, status is pending, so it should be running. So till then just keep on refreshing here. Yeah, it's running. Now I'll click on instance ID, and here you'll see one button called connect. Okay, I'll click on connect and connect. So it will launch me one terminal. So guys, this is the terminal I got. I will clear it. Yeah. Now you need to run some command in the terminal. As you can see, I have given all the command. First of all, you need to do the sudo update. Just copy the command one by one and execute it here. Okay, it's done. Let's clear it again. Yeah, then I will copy the second command. I'll give Y, that means yes, I want to continue. So guys, if you are getting this window, just simply press enter from your keyboard, it will disappear. Now it's done. Now let me clear it again. Okay. Now what I need to do, I need to install Docker. Okay, Docker in that machine. So these are the command you need to install, because this is a fresh machine I got, so there won't be any Docker install first of all. Let's run one by one. Okay, copy and paste it. And this is the last one. Okay, it's done. Now, if you want to verify your Docker is running or not, just write this command docker hyphen version. Yeah. So this is the version it's running currently. Now what you need to do, you need to configure your EC2 as self-hosted runner. Okay. So for this, you need to go to settings, actions, runner. Okay. So first of all, open up your project. So this is my project. I'll click on setting. Make sure you have committed your code in your GitHub. Okay. Not use my GitHub. Okay. Otherwise you won't be getting this option. Okay. Here you will have option called actions. Go to runners. I've given all the steps here, as you can see here. Okay. Runners. Now new self-hosted runner. Now I'll select Linux, and these are the command I need to execute. Okay, let's copy one by one and I run it here. So basically what I'm doing here, I'm connecting my GitHub with my AWS account. Okay, let's say whenever I will commit my code, it will automatically pick up, okay, my AWS like account, or let's say this EC2 machine. Okay, and it will execute it here. That's why you need to make the connection first of all. So for this you need to execute these are the command. Okay, now copy the last one. Don't miss out anything, otherwise it won't work. Then this command I will copy. See GitHub action. It is authenticating. Now it's connected to my GitHub. Okay. Now it is asking for enter the name of the runner group. Okay, to this runner 2. So I'll just press enter to keep it as default. Now enter the name of the runner. Okay, I will give self-hosted, self-hosted. Okay, just make sure you are giving the name like that only. Yeah. Now enter any additional level. I will just keep it. Press enter. Yeah, I will again press enter. Okay, it's done. Now this is the last command you just need to execute. So now you will see it will connect with my GitHub. See guys, connected to GitHub and listening for the jobs. Okay, now if I come here and if I click on like runner, you'll see it's idle. Okay, status is idle, that means it's connected. Now let's say if I stop the execution, I'll press Ctrl C. Now if I come here to my project and again refresh it, now you'll see it's offline. Okay, now to connect it, you just always need to make it as running. Okay, now again it's connected. Now if I come here, click refresh here, see it's idle. Okay, that means everything is fine. Now we have successfully configured EC2 as self-hosted runner. Now I need to add the GitHub secret. Okay, now to add it, I will do, I will come here and you will see something called secrets and variable. I will click here, I'll click on actions. Okay, then new repository secret. Yeah, now the first secret what I need to do, here I have mentioned first of all AWS access key ID. I'll copy the name, come here, give the name here. So where you will get that access key ID, I think if you remember, if you open up your folder, I'll go to download. So here I have this one, our chicken. Okay, we have downloaded the access keys, right? I will open it up. So this is going to be one CXV file. Okay, now you'll see this is your access key ID. Okay, and this is the secret access key ID. So here I will just copy this access key ID and I'll paste it here. Okay, now I'll click on add secret. Now again I'll click on new repository secret, copy the second one, AWS secret access key, give the name here, and again I'll open that one and I'll copy the secret access key. Okay, like before the comma. Then I will minimize and give it here. And don't share this secret access key with anyone, otherwise they would be also able to access your account. I will remove it okay after this deployment. That's why I'm creating. Now again I will click here, copy the third one, AWS region. So make sure you are checking your region, like which region you are in. So if I go to here, so if I click on okay here, if you see I'm in North Virginia, which is nothing but US East 1. Okay, let's say if you are in Asia Pacific, uh, okay, this one, that means Mumbai, you need to give AP South 1. That's how you need to check the region. Okay, so I'm inside US East 1, so I'll give US East 1 here. So I'll copy this US East 1, give it here. Okay, again click here, and here you need to pass AWS ECR logging URI. So give the name. I think you remember we saved one URI in my project, right? If I open my readme, so this is the URI, just copy till.com and give it here. And the last secret I need to add, my ECR repo name. Okay, if you again open up your code, the repo name was chicken. Okay, I'll copy the chicken and I'll give it here. Add secrets. Okay, everything is done. As you can see, everything is done. Now we are ready for the push. Okay, now I'll click on the project. Yeah, so now finally I will push my changes to my GitHub. So let me open my terminal and it will start the deployment. Okay, so I'll clear. I'll just write git add. Okay, then git commit -m ci cd added and git push origin mail. I hope this should work. Okay, I have committed. Now let's go to my GitHub and refresh the page here. See guys, you will see one yellow mark. That means our action has started. Now click on action. Now CI/CD added, it's running. Now I'll click here. See, first of all, it will run the continuous integration. Okay, after that, it has started continuous delivery. Now if I click on continuous delivery, see, you will see, first of all, it will set the job, and then it will start everything. Like it will log in with your ECR repository, building the image and push that image to my ECR repository. Okay, see all the steps. Okay, it's running automatically. I don't need to do anything because I have prepared that YAML file, main.yaml file, right? Every commands are there. So guys, it may take some time. Let's wait. Okay, I will come back when it is done. So guys, as you can see, continuous delivery is also completed. Now continuous deployment has started. So it will pull that image from that ECR and it will run it to my EC2 machine. Okay, see pulling the latest image. So it may take some time. Let's wait. Okay, I'll pause the video. See guys, it's completed. That means all the steps run successfully without any error. Now what I'll do, I'll come back to my machine and let's go to my instance again. So here you will see one public IP address. Okay, I'll just copy and paste it here. See, first of all, it won't be running because we haven't added our port. Okay, so it is using the default port. So to set the port, let's come here and you will see something called security. Okay, I will click on security and security groups. Okay, I will click on this link. And here you have one option called edit inbound rules. Okay, I'll click here. Add rules. Custom TCP should be and give the port. Okay, it was 8080 for me. Okay, make sure you have the same port you are giving. So if I go to my project, let's app.py, it's 8080. Okay, Yeah. Now just keep as 000 and everything should be default. Just click on save rules. Okay, it's done. Now if I come here and just give colon, okay, it's 080. Now you'll see it will launch the machine. See guys, that means we have successfully deployed our project. So to test this one, first of all, need to train the model. So to train the model, just give /train, okay, and just execute it. It will train the model, and once training is done, then you can start the prediction, okay. But I'm not doing it because it will take time. So now you have learned like how to deploy the project. Now you also need to learn like how to stop the instance, okay, because if you just leave it, okay, like that, so it will take it will charge a lot, okay. So that's why you need to also stop the execution. See, if you are also deleting this closing this window, okay, still it will run, okay. If I come here and refresh it, still it will run, okay. Now let's terminate the instance, okay. I have launched. So what I will do, I will go to my EC2 running instance, okay. I'll select the machine and click on instance type and terminate the instance, okay. Terminate it. See, it will it is shutting down. After that, it will delete the instance from here. Then I also need to delete the ECR repository I created. I will go to the AWS, the Elastic Container Registry. I created chicken. I'll click here and delete it. Just give delete, right, delete here. Okay, it's done. Then I also need to delete my IAM user. So I'll search for IAM. Click on user and it was chicken. I'll select and I'll delete it simply. Okay, it's done. So it's deleting. Yeah, everything is deleted. So that's how actually you need to remove everything, okay, if you are not using that instance, okay. So yes guys, I think you learned like how to deploy this project, okay, and everything. Now what I will show you, this AWS you have learned. Now I'll show you the like Azure deployment as well, Azure CI/CD deployment, okay. And if you want to learn like more about the deployment, okay, like how to deploy like end-to-end project as a CI/CD, you can visit my YouTube channel. So guys, if you don't know, I have also one YouTube channel, so called DS with Bappy, okay. If you just search this URL, youtube.com/DS with Bappy, so this is the tag, this is my channel name, okay. Just search with the name, you will get my channel, and just go to the playlist, okay. So here I have lots of playlists. Even I have end-to-end project implementation. Then I have self-driving car as well. Okay, if you want to learn about self-driving car, you can also learn. And there is a playlist I created called deployment. Okay, you can see here. Okay, deployment video I also created, like AWS. Okay, then Azure. Okay, these are the deployment I also created. Okay, you can also visit my channel. And if you like my video, you can also subscribe to my channel. Okay, so that I can bring more video in future. So yes, guys, this was all about. Now let's start with our Azure deployment. So guys, I have already updated this GitHub README. As you can see, Azure CI/CD deployment, all the steps I have added here, how you need to do it. Okay, I will explain it one by one. And some changes actually you need to do in your project. So let me show you what are the changes actually you need. So everything will remain common. Your Docker file as well. See, this is the same Docker file I'll be using. And here only you need to make the changes inside app.py. So here, instead of taking port number 8080, you need to take port number 80. Okay, so this is for our AWS, this is for our local host, okay, and this is for our Azure. Okay, whatever you need, just activate that one, okay, and comment that one and try to use it. Okay, so yeah, everything would be common. And here actually I don't need to create any workflows, because here I'm going to use like web app service from AWS. Okay, so it will automatically create that YAML file for me. Okay, CI/CD YAML file for me whenever I will push like you can say taking the code. And after everything, what you need to do, you just need to commit the code. Okay, you just need to push this code in your GitHub. So I have already pushed the code in my GitHub. As you can see, if I open my GitHub, so it is already pushed. Now let me show you the app.py. Yeah, so yeah, it is already pushed. Okay, so in AWS actually I was pushing the code, but here actually before that you need to push the code. Okay, then I will select the repository, okay, from my Azure. Okay, whenever I will be selecting, so you need to push the code. And yeah, this repository should be ready. Okay, now what you need to do, first of all, let me tell you like what are the process actually I'm going to follow. So deployment stage, as you can see, I will first of all build our Docker image of our source code. Then I'll push that Docker image, okay, to the container registry. So in AWS actually we have something called elastic container registry, but in Azure we have container registry. Okay, so in container registry I will push my Docker image and I will launch web app server, okay, in Azure. Then I will pull that Docker image from that container registry and I will run it in my web app server. Okay, so that is the steps actually we'll be following. So guys, first of all, you need to log in with your Azure portal. So I have already logged in. So first of all, here what you need to do, you need to search for container registry. Okay, so search for container. You will see container registry is there somewhere. Sorry, container registry. Container registry. If you search it, yeah. So this is the container registry. I will click here. Okay. So first of all, you need to create one container. I will click on create. And here, first of all, you need to create one resources group. So let's create. I will click on new, create new. Okay, just give the name. So I'll give chicken. It should be unique name, guys. Okay, chicken, chicken app. Okay, let's give chicken app. So I'll copy the name and I will use this name, okay, everywhere. And I will click on OK. Then you need to give the registry name. Okay, so I'll give it as chicken app only. Then I will select central US. Okay, central US location. And yeah, everything should be as default. Then I will click on review and create. Okay, then I will create it. It may take some time. Okay, after that you will see one button here. See, it's coming now. Just click on go to resource. Now here you will see called access keys. Okay, just click on access keys. Now here, first of all, copy this logging server. Okay, I will copy the logging server and I will save it in my project. Let me open my project. Let me open the readme file. So let's save the logging server here. So this was my previous logging server. I'll just change it. Okay, and also I'll change here as well. So these are the command actually I need to execute later on. So that's why it's better to change it here. Okay. And here let's change the project name as well. So I'll give chicken. Okay. This thing I will also give it here. Chicken. Okay. Yeah. Now after that, what you need to do, you need to activate this one, admin user. Okay, and from here you just need to copy the password. So let's copy the first password and save it inside your project. Don't share this password with anyone. I'm giving it here just for the reference, and I will delete all the resources group, okay, later on. That's why. So yeah, so this is the password I will keep here, and after that, yeah, everything is ready. Now what I will do, I will search for web app for container. See, web app for container, this service actually I'm going to use. Okay, first of all, you need to select your resources group. So I will select, it was nothing but chicken. Okay, chicken app. I will select it. Now you need to give your name of that web app. I will give the same name, chicken app. Okay, it should be Docker container, a Linux machine, it's fine. Now region should be Central US. Okay, Central US. and everything should be as default. Okay, now what I will do, I'll click on next. uh, Again I will click on next. Okay, so here you need to select single container as your container registry. Okay, now it will ask for just select the registry name. It was chicken app. Okay, now it needs the image. Okay, but I don't have the image. Okay, so I haven't built the image yet. So for this, actually what you need to do, you need to install Docker, okay, in your system. So let me open my Docker desktop. I already have Docker installed in my system, guys. So guys, as you can see, I have already launched my Docker desktop. Okay, so by default it will look like that, and it should be running. Okay, engine should be running. So if you don't have Docker installed in your system, just try to install it first of all. Okay, otherwise you won't be able to do it. Okay, so you just need to install this Docker in your system. It's like very easy. Just go with like Docker documentation. Okay, and from there actually you can install Docker desktop in your system. Okay, so I'm expecting you have already Docker. Now what I will do, I will minimize it. Just make sure it's running. Okay, I'll minimize it. Yeah. Now what I will do, I will open my terminal. Okay, and let me clear it. Yeah, so I think you remember I saved some of the command. So let me open my code. So first of all, I need to build the image. Okay, so I will just copy this command, docker build -t. Okay, this is the command. Then I will open my terminal again. Okay, now let me just execute this command. Okay, it will build your image. So guys, it will take time because my project size is like huge. Okay, so definitely it will take time. So let's wait. Okay, I will pause the video, and once it is done, I will come back. So guys, as you can see, building image is done. Now if you open up your Docker desktop, so you will see the image actually here. So the image name was it was chicken app. Okay, see the chicken app is there. Okay, now what I need to do, I will let me see the command. I need to log in with my this one, Azure portal. Okay, so this command actually will do it. So what I will do, I will just open my terminal. Okay, just give the command. Now if I press enter, yeah, so it's asking for the username. So username should be this name. Okay, the app name you have given. So just give chicken app. Okay, and then it is asking for the password. So password, I think you remember I saved one password here. Okay, just copy this password as it is. Okay, now let's open our terminal and just right click. Okay, right click and press enter. Okay, it don't show the password, and it will see it will show you one success message. Okay, after login, see login success. Okay, now what you need to do, you need to push this image to your uh, container registry. Okay, in Azure. So let me do it. So docker push, then I'll press enter. See guys, it's pushing the image. Okay, so it may take some time. Let's wait. So guys, as you can see, it has pushed successfully. So it was more than 2.5 GB around. So yeah, it's done. Now what I will do, I will go back to my Azure portal. Now if I show you like where should be your image. So if you click on container registry, so guys, see this is chicken app. Okay, this is the image. Okay, it has pushed. Now let me close it. Yeah, so now what I will do, so you need to refresh this page. Okay, so it is again asking for the same information. So let's give chicken app. Web name, I will give the same name. It should be Central US. And yeah, everything should be as default. Then I will click on next. Next, okay. Then it should be Azure container and registry, and it will automatically select the image. Okay, now you'll see chicken image it has selected and latest image. Now I'll click on next. Okay, so again click on next. Okay, so I'll simply click on create. So it may take some time. Let's wait. Okay, now just click here, go to resources. Now left hand side, you will see something called deployment center. Okay, I will click here. Now here, so guys, you can see this option. So first of all, what you need to do, you need to activate this one, continuous deployment. Okay, I will click on. Then I will select the second option, GitHub action, because I'm going to use GitHub action as my CI/CD tool. Okay, now you need to sign in with your connect with your GitHub account. So I have already connected. Okay, now I will select the organization. So it is ENT-Puppy. Okay, now I need to select the repository. Okay, so the repository actually I want to deploy. So it was chicken disease classification project, this repository. Okay, now branch, it is main branch, and Azure container registry. Yeah, so everything should be as default. Yeah, so now just click on preview file. So this is the YAML file it will create, okay, inside the .github folder. Okay, now let me close it. Now I'll just click on save. You can see the progress here. Just click here, you can see the progress. So guys, deployment has started. Now to check it, I will come back to my project. Now if I refresh here, see one workflows is running. See, it is automatically created this YAML file. You can see main checkpoint, main chicken app YAML. Okay, see this is the YAML file it has already written. Okay, so everything should be automated. Now I'll click on action. Now this action is running. I'll click here. First of all, it is building the image. Okay, so let's wait. So it may take some time. Okay, let's wait and see. So I'll pause the recording. Once it is completed, I will come back. So guys, it may take some time for you. Okay, just wait. So guys, as you can see, build is completed. Now it is running the deployment. So I'll click here. Okay, so deployment is also completed. Now I will come back here and I will click on overview. Okay, here you will see that link default domain. I will click, just copy that, and here I will paste it. So guys, it may take some time to launch your web app here, because initially I was trying, so it was taking around 4 to 5 minutes to launch this one. Okay, because in the backend it will like launch that container, Docker container and all. So for this actually you need some time. So just wait for some time. Okay, it will automatically launch that web application for you. So guys, now you can see it has launched my application. Okay, if I refresh the page, see Okay, now what you can do, you can just give /train to start the training. After training, you can do the prediction. Okay, so yes guys, it's running perfectly. Now I will show you like how to delete that resources you have created. So to delete this, actually, let's go to home first of all. So here you will see something called resources group chicken app. Okay, so I'll click here. Yeah, so at the top you can see delete resources group. Just click here, because if you just leave it, then it will charge a lot. Then copy the name and paste it here and delete it. See, after some time you will see it will delete everything. Okay, so yes guys, we have successfully completed our entire project implementation, and we have also completed the deployment. Now your task is to just pick up any new problem statement and try to build or try to implement one project, okay, using the same structure. Okay, you can follow. So yes guys, I hope you like this video. If you have liked this video, just try to share this video. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed a lot of this entire series of the video. Okay, and I hope you have learned a lot. Okay, so don't worry, I will bring this kinds of project in future more. Okay, I will add the new like MLops tool, new you can say technique here. Okay, so that you can learn a lot. So yes guys, this is all about from this video. I hope you like this. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time.